Good evening, folks. Welcome along to the Rangers Rabble Podcast YouTube channel, part of the Rabble Network, as we take you through the matchday coverage as Rangers take on St Mirren. I will be your host for a large majority of this evening, as Martin is in his bed. So I am Alex, also known as High Tibber, and I will take you through most of the night tonight. Obviously, I am joined by the more than capable Mark. Mark, how you doing, mate?
Evening, Alex, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Looking forward to another evening game. Hopefully, a successful one for us. Looking forward to a wee chat with yourself pre-game, see what our thoughts are, and see what the people's thoughts are before we obviously kick off.
I mean, we're all looking forward to a game tonight. I'm a wee bit nervous, obviously, with the starting 11. Some changes that we can obviously talk about and get into as we take through the pre-match build up to the game. I do think that there's only one place to start, Mark, and that is to look at the team sheet for tonight. So obviously your team sheet tonight is Butland, Tav, Suter, Fernandez, Magoma, Raskin, Diamande, and Asgard, Moore, Gisama, and Chermiti. So, I mean, there's not many disagreements between ourselves, Mark, in the start when we looked at it. There's a couple of players you think, do they deserve to be in there? Would you put them in ahead of them? But that is going to be our starting lineup for tonight. What's your thoughts on that?
Like we said, just off camera, that the back four, we can see that fits, that works. That's who we've got, and it's decent. Apart from Sterling maybe coming in, but obviously, I think they're just managing his minutes because he's back from a long-term injury. We don't want to get him back on the treatment table again, so it's a sensible idea to manage his minutes. But the midfield three, Barron, good for me. Barron probably would come in there, but he needs rotated as well because he's a workhorse. That boy runs constantly, so maybe he needs a bit of minutes management as well. So, but the big man for me is up front is Chermiti and Miovski missing. So that's where my main concern is us getting goals from the number 9.
I mean, when you look at it, to be fair, Yusuf Chermiti's not been firing on all cylinders for Rangers as of late. Got the goal very late on against Hearts. Looked pretty decent, I would say, in spells against Motherwell. Didn't really have the end product. Was able to hold the ball up and try and get the rest of the forward line involved, but wasn't able to actually get a goal. But I think he's starting to get more minutes. He's certainly getting a lot more minutes than Danilo. According to our chat, Miovski's got the flu. And that's why he's not even on the bench. But I think when you're paying $8 million, you kind of need to be starting them, Mark.
Yeah, I'd agree. We're paying between 8 initial up to 10. We add-ons, you need to be playing the guy, but he needs to start producing because we can't just keep playing him and he doesn't produce the goals. You've seen him, I think, he fluffed a few chances in the last game, so he needs to just get that goal and then just go on a run of form. But is he going to do that tonight? Who knows? But I want him to succeed. I'm sure we all do, but the price tag weighs heavy on the boy. I think 8 million quid's a lot of money for us. We need him to be firing in 1-2 goals a game, but obviously that's not come to fruition so far. But fingers crossed tonight is a night that he bangs in a couple and we get the win and we move on.
No, I mean, definitely. There's obviously the comments are flying and keep them coming, folks. I am keeping an eye on them, so we will be bringing some of them up. But there's one here that's got a bit of traction, and I want to get your thoughts on this one, Mark. Our very own Willie Waterboot. Midfield will get flattened like a Panzer as went through it. Gogic, Mandaron, and Ayunga will have a field day. It's not our strongest midfield by any stretch of the imagination. Obviously, Diamande hasn't been looking too good at all in that midfield. Raskin's been very much off the boil, and Thilo Asgard, for any of his qualities, I was going to say all of them, but we'll say any of his qualities, is not a midfielder that will put in a tackle unless it's to get a red in a semi-final. But that midfield is going to struggle. Mandaron and Ayunga are probably two of the strongest attackers you're going to come up against in the league, and we've decided to rest Connor Barron.
Yeah, we've brought big athletic players in. They three there are big, strong players, so they'll build them off the ball. So I think that could be an area that I would be concerned of, the lack of strength in there. Asgard definitely doesn't possess strength and the physical ability to what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the word, to look after himself on the pitch. He's more athletic, whereas they three are just big workhorses. So I think it's going to be a struggle in the midfield, but we've got the pace on the wings, hopefully, and then we can get the balls into the box and hopefully get Chermiti firing for us and get a few goals. I'm hoping.
I do think though that there's a one here as well from. I'm sorry. I'm Big Jim. There we go. I tried to read it and I was like, I don't know how I'm getting this. Big Jim saying that Conor Barron was dropped tonight because he's 1 yellow card away from a suspension. We need him for that mob. We definitely need him for Saturday, shadow a doubt. If there's one player that's going to even give us a shadow or even a resemblance of hope in that midfield, it's going to be Conor Barron. He's going to have an absolute job on his hands in that midfield. And a game like tonight, I think the officials Lee Ryan, and he's never managed a top flight game, so he's probably going to be either very card happy or he's going to let a lot of stuff go. So Conor Barron does get himself booked a fair amount, so it's probably safe to actually get him out the squad just fully, so there's not even any risk of bringing him on.
Right, he's an important cog in that team. I think he's become an important player. I think he's probably one of the best players for his work effort and that he puts in, his work ethic, sorry. So I definitely don't want to see him missing against him. So I think it's a sensible idea, but it does weaken us because obviously then you don't possess that. He's like a harrier. He's in there. He's always in there nipping at heels and trying to get the ball back and stuff. And I don't think we possess that otherwise. So he'd be a miss tonight, but I'm thinking the players that we've got should be able to soak that up. And obviously we should be able to subdue those three in the midfield, or work around them is probably what you're going to have to do.
I mean, with Shona's comment here, if this is true, I'd need more than just a 1 game rest. If Conor Barron's running 15k in the midfield, I'd be needing more than a rest. I'd be needing a drip. I'd be needing an oxygen machine. Everything. I mean, 15k is a step for me, but Jesus, that is some amount of running that Conor Barron's had to do. So I think that there's games that you do rest players, and I get it. Listen, Motherwell are far down the table, but they've done one thing that Rangers haven't done this season. They've won a trophy. So they're very much going to be up for this game, Mark. They're coming to Ibrox. They want to prove a point. But I think Conor Barron will be a miss. But if we're going to the other side of it, Diamande has to put in a performance tonight. He has to show why the money was spent on him. Yes, he was brought to be a bit of a goal scorer and get forward, but we need that resilience in midfield. He can't go wandering. He can't be putting in lazy, slow tackles where he's giving the referee an option. Do I book him? Do I not? He has to be smart and savvy tonight.
Yeah, I think that's the standard. I mean, St Mirren are going to come into it buoyed by the cup win, obviously, and obviously they beat Celtic and stuff like that, and they've done well. So I think, but they're, like you say, they're struggling domestically. But I think we should be putting them to the sword. Really, I think we should be beating them. But it's going to be a difficult test at Ibrox as well. It's still going to be difficult because we know what they're like. They'll get in our face. They don't lie back and sit down to us. So I think it's going to be a tough game. But Diamande has been a bit slack for how long now? When was the last time he put in a really good, strong performance? Or he wasn't just floating about the field, getting himself booked, petulant, not interested. So I don't know what's going on in his mind, but he's definitely not the player that I thought we were going to get.
No, definitely not. And Jacob's right as well. You know, Asgard needs to show as well. We need to see back-to-back performances where we actually look comfortable as well. Jason, exact same thing. Raskin really has to step up for the first time in a while. Really needs to impose himself in the centre of the pitch tonight. I mean, he's going to be getting wound up left, right and centre by Alex Gogic. That is what he does. He knows how to do it. Look how Diamande coped against Cammy Devlin with Hearts. He was getting wound up. He was getting pulled into wee battles that he shouldn't have. Raskin is going to need to be very switched on because they know that they'll play Gogic right in the middle of that midfield 5. And if he gets caught in any sort of confrontation, Gogic knows how to wind them up.
Yeah, he's that type of player. So I think it's checking your emotions and stuff like that. Letting your game and how you play be the deciding factor. Not getting yourself caught up. But I think obviously when you start losing and stuff like that, you're not doing well in a game. Some players have that mentality of throwing the toys out of the pram. But I think digging in and giving us a good performance tonight on the back of the Motherwell one, which obviously we scraped with a 1-0 win. I mean, that's risky. We need to start getting more comprehensive victories and looking more comfortable in these games and putting these teams to bed easier. So hopefully that'll follow on from that, because I think Danny, obviously since Danny's come in, the form's been not that bad. We've obviously a couple of games, but we've done well overall. So let's hopefully it just carries on again tonight.
I mean, I quite like the form of Danny Roll right now. We've played 10 games, 7 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. I mean, we'd be top of the league if the league started when Danny Roll came in. So we need to be focused on trying to get that. But there's an interesting point. We focused on the midfield, we focused on the attack. Geordie's coming out here with a great point. Suter for me is a weird one. We're trying to manage his minutes, and against St Mirren, we're going right Suter in for the start. Unless he's going to be coming off half time, 60 minutes in, and you're putting maybe Inciala in the middle. It's a very weird one to be starting Suter. For me, it shows a lack of trust in Clinton Inciala, because surely you would want to be managing as much of Suter's time as you can so that he's fully fit, doesn't get a knock and doesn't get anything, so that he can play on Saturday injury free.
This is a self-created issue though, mate, because Inciala hasn't had enough game time himself either. So you can't throw him in and then he then has a mare, and then obviously fans get on his back, and then you ruin the boys' chances. So I think Suter's a more established, obviously, international player, and he is, I wouldn't say he's great, but he's decent. So I think sticking him in for 60 minutes and then swapping him out with Inciala sounds like a good idea to me. He must be fit enough. They must think that he's fit enough and that the injury's not got a chance of a flare-up to put him in from the start, but he could be 45 minutes, maybe 60, and then change him out. Sounds sensible to me, given that we don't have other options apart from Inciala, because he's not a lot of game time, so I wouldn't just throw him to the fire, if you know what I mean, and start him and just... But you need to start somewhere. Players need game time, but I don't know if this is the game to do it.
No, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, and he's been a member for a whole 37 months. The owner of the Rangers Rabble, Mr. Jim Sloan, follow, lads. Let's hope we can bring that actual mentality into the game tonight, because we need somebody like the Jim Sloans to pull us up. But there's also another comment here, and it's from, wait till I find it, from Shona. Physicality is going to be key tonight against St Mirren. St Mirren tend to go with a back three, so I'm thinking using the width of the pitch will be vital in the final third. I think that's so true, but to go off the back of that comment with Paul, we need to see a performance from Gassama tonight. We need to, if we're going to be using the wing play, if we're going to be using that physicality of getting forward and trying to break them down with the back three, we need to be seeing something from Gassama. He can't be going hot and cold tonight. Yes, the shot from Gassama is the one that the keeper parries and Asgard gets the shot, but bar that, I can't really see much of what Gassama did against Motherwell. I was going to say St Mirren, and I remembered that Paul McCorrickle's already called me out for it. It was Motherwell, and we just need to see him actually perform tonight.
Yes, but it's wingers, mate. Wingers are hot and cold, but he does need to produce something and try and get into a little vein of form. He does. I think you're right to an extent where you say what he's really done against Motherwell. He does try and break into the box and tries to shot creation, chance creation, but obviously he needs a bit of end product himself. He is hot and cold, so I think Moore there, definitely. I think Moore's the one that I'm more... we need it from both of them. I mean, if you're going to try and beat those big lads, you're going to have to try and get the speed up the wings. That could work for us, so they both need to be on point, I think. So it's an interesting one. Gassama's been the same. I think that's your problem this season, a lack of strikers banging the goals in and players not being on form all over the place.
I mean, there's a question here from we are the people, why still not in the squad? I think it's more of managing minutes, to be fair, tonight. I think it's just making sure that there's no knocks, no contact injuries, anything, so that he's fully ready to go for Saturday, because I think he's going to be a massive influence on Saturday. He's either going to play at full back or he's going to play at centre back, but he's going to definitely be playing a massive part. Couple of the other chats that we've had in. Singing the Blues, been a member for 11 months, says that he doesn't see us getting anything tonight, unfortunately. I kind of do disagree with that point. Yes, they have just beat our rivals on the other side of the city and they've won a cup, but their league position speaks for itself, Mark. We're third in the league, St Mirren are ninth. They'll be coming here trying to at least get up that table. We just have to play our game plan. A lot of the time we don't know what that game plan is, but Danny Rose seems to do it because he's coming away with the results. But we definitely need to be seeing something tonight that is going to be justifiable for the fans.
Yeah, they're in ninth place, quite rightly, through their form in the league. So, and we're also in third through our performances. So I think we should be beating them, especially at home as well. But we should be beating them. So I think we play our game, and the boys turn up tonight. I think we should be beating St Mirren domestically, like we say. Apart from the cups, they've done all right, but in the league they're not up to much this season. So I don't hold massive fear again at St Mirren, but I think we should be beating them. But I can understand why you would have that caution, because they can't do it, and we've been off the boil as well. This season's been a bit up and down, so I think we're slowly getting in the right direction. But it's obviously taking its time, but I think we should be beating St Mirren. I'm looking for a victory tonight against St Mirren.
I see in some comments and you try not to laugh. They catch you off and you try to avoid them. But I will say that Alison Wilson has just joined as a member on the YouTube. So Alison, thank you very much. There's so much more content to come for tonight. Even you'll get a watch along. You'll get your reaction right after the show. And we have so much shows each and every day of the week. So thank you very much for joining up to the Rabble. You will get content every day. So welcome in. But Mark, I think it's probably about time we hear from the man himself, Mr. Danny Rowe. So let's go see what he has to say.
From Saturday with John Suter and Mikey Muir coming in, just talk us through those.
Yeah, John is back. I think this is great. Duchamp, was tough, but we need the load management. He played a lot of minutes the last couple of weeks, especially after the injury. I think this is very important now. It's not easy to take him out, but we have to be careful with him. This is one thing. And Connor is the same. He played also a lot of minutes. He ran over 15K in the last game. Was amazing. I think this is what we have to take. This is the reason we have a squad. And then finally, Bojan is out, unfortunately, in the morning. He's ill.
What sort of challenge do you expect from St Mirren tonight?
Yeah, I think when we look a little bit back in the past or this year, how tough the games were and the result. This year we couldn't win against this team. This is the challenge today, to win against them. It's a physical side, a direct team, well organized. They won the title. There's a reason why. Yeah, we have to be careful. We have to be very strong in the rest defense, very aggressive against the ball on the second ball, but also we need great solutions with the ball, small spaces, and we have to attack them. And I think this is a completely different challenge today, compared to Motherwell game, and we have to face this.
Yeah, from Saturday's game, can you take a lot of positives from the amount of chances you created?
Yeah, but for me it's clear today we have to be really ruthless in our chances to use. We will get not so many chances today. We need very clinical in both boxes. If we do this, we will win the game. If not, it will be a tough one.
Yeah, just lastly, what qualities do you want to see from your side tonight to getting that positive result?
Yeah, at first we have to find a way to break them down. There are different ways. You can play around, you can play into, you can play behind. We have to challenge them, we have to stress them. If we do this, then they will also make mistakes. But in the right moments, we have to do this. I think this is important to understand. On the weekend, the game was very open from both sides. Both played forward. Today, I expect more, that we have a lot of ball possession, and it's about what we are doing with the possession.
I was so close there. I was like, I'm going to get myself carded already. I literally taking a breath to talk, and I was like, I'm on mute. I think that there's some great stuff out of that there from Danny Rowe, obviously saying that he needs to manage Dujon Sterling, which we spoke about. We always get out with the flu. But I think there's some great points in it as well, that he knows that we need to work with an intensity tonight. We need to stress it, we need to push them, we need to get into spaces. That's all good saying that though, Mark, but we still can't be clinical in finishing our chances. I think we had 23 shots against Motherwell and scored 1 goal. That's not good enough for any team. Never mind a team that's having so much of the ball and creating chances. A lot of the periods against Motherwell, we actually looked like we were going to concede rather than actually frightening them. How do we improve on that tonight against St Mirren?
That's all down to the players, mate, because it's like I've heard people saying that the games are boring to watch. There's a lack of creation, there's a lack of shots and goals as well. You don't shoot, you don't score. There's a lack of creation from the players in the midfield as well. So I think they need to switch on, obviously, and start performing to some sort of level that we as Rangers fans would expect, and players that play for the club are supposed to put out on a weekly basis. But I think we'll be all right. I think tonight, if we start with the intensity, because some of the games we start really slow and it's ponderous, and then that team, the two of them are playing, gets a foothold in the game, and then they're the ones in the ascendancy, or it turns into a ping pong match, like it's done a few times where it's back and forward, because we lack control in the midfield, and we can't get a hold of a game. So I'm hoping tonight they switch on and we get a better performance and we can put St Mirren to the sword, because if we're not up to it, it could be a disaster, because St Mirren obviously aren't just going to lie down to us. They're going to want to come for a point or 3. So I think it's in our best interest to start with a high intensity and shot creation and actually converting the chances, and Shermitty hopefully getting onto a game.
I mean, there's one player, we need to speak about it, Mark. There's one player on that bench that I didn't think I'd see for a long time. But where's Rabbi Matondo came from? How has he managed to sneak his way back onto the bench? It was quite funny because one of the guys put it in our Rabble chat that we've got the best part of 60 grand in wages just sitting on the bench with Danilo and Matondo. But where does he come from all of a sudden?
I have no clue where that boy's been hiding for the last year or so. Well, since he's been at the club, obviously he's not really done anything, but I've not seen him for ages and in around any squads. So maybe they're just thin. They're just thin on the players they've got available, and they thought he's fit and we're paying him, so stick him on the bench. The same because Dowell's on the bench as well, aren't they? So that's another player that I never thought I'd see again. We need to get rid of these boys, but would you leave for the money you're on to go to a club that's going to pay you like maybe 5, 6 grand, maybe even 10 grand less? You're not going to do it. So we have to either run them down or try and get somebody to take on their wages, which is going to be a hardship given that they don't perform and they don't even play. So
no, it's definitely one that's going to be a hard one to see. And I think Matondo's got great pace and he's got the ability to get past players. He's just, I think, because he's been out injured for so long and he's been out on loan, I think there's a lack of confidence in Rabbi Matondo, which you can say for a lot of our players right now. But it brings up the point from Jay saying that Gassama doesn't work enough in Magoma down that left-hand side. Magoma tends to make the overlap and run, but most of the time Gassama ignores him and cuts inside. Needs to be more of a team player. Could that be an opportunity then if the game starts going on that we do see a Rabbi Matondo come on and try and work with Magoma and try and get us forward if that same minute back line is tiring?
You could do, mate, but I don't. Obviously, I'm not sure if you had a poll up how many people rate Matondo to be anywhere near the squad. Never mind at the bench and even on in the club. I don't think there'd be many at all. So that would be last straws for me if it's not working to stick him on, because I don't see nothing in the boy personally myself. He is pacey, but how many pacey players do you know that's all they've got and they've got nothing else? So I wouldn't be relying on Rabbi Matondo for anything really.
No, I mean we don't really want to be, but I think that right now we don't have the luxury of being able to just pick and choose. As we've already said, the squad depth is very thin. But I've got to agree with a point here from Ian T, saying that we'll only struggle if we let Mirren push us around, which they have in recent games. But I think that's going to be so important for the midfield three to not get pushed about. We've seen them be pushed about far too much. I just wonder who's going to be almost the anchor of that midfield to not be pushed around.
It's a difficult question, mate, but I think they need to stand up, obviously, and they need to put a performance in. I think Dio and Raskin can both fend for themselves if they're on it. They can. I think Asgard's just that big athletic type because he's like 6'2" or something, but he's just athletic. He's not got any power to him, so I don't think he likes that side of the game either. So I think they two would be the ones I would go to. Asgard's for a little bit of flair and a little bit of trickery, but I think they two could be the ones that could provide us that solid base. But who knows if they're up to it tonight? It's just if they turn up or not.
No, definitely. I think there's got to be a time where we turn up tonight. We cannot be just sitting back and allowing this team just to run over the top of us, because they quite easily could. I think that this team have to be quick. We have to go from the start, like we've said from Andrew there. We need to start with pace and get straight in at St Mirren. They're playing this back three. We have to exploit the space in the back line. Yes, they have the ability to go into a back five, but a lot of the time we start slow. We just need to see Yusuf Chimiti actually onto a game. And I get there's a few comments saying that St Mirren are a poor team. They're not good. They're ninth for a reason, but we still haven't beat them in the last 4 meetings. We've won one in the last 4, so there's something in that they've obviously got our number right now. So we need to turn that narrative around very quickly.
Yeah, we need to turn up pace and intensity, and a bit of skill and a bit of shot chance creation, mate. That's what I mean, and actually somebody that can put the ball in the back of the net. Defensively, we need to stand up and all, because obviously I've been focusing on the midfield and the attack, but defensively we need to stand up too. I think too many shots in the last few games have been on through. Jack Butland's obviously saved a fair few shots, but there's been too many for my liking that have went on target that could have been goals, that could have turned games. So I think defensively we need to stand. all over, we need to stand up. The whole squad, the whole team needs to stand up. But certain individuals need to stand up more so. But I think we definitely need to get at them from the start with pace and a bit of guile and go for them. It's St Mirren. You treat them with respect. Obviously, you don't deserve to beat anybody, but you have to go for it. We have to show your quality by getting in there. So I think it'll be, if we start with the intensity and the pace, it'll be fine. But like you say, if we just try and saunter about passing the ball at the back third, they'll just get into the game, St Mirren, and get a bit of confidence, and it could be another long and hard night for us. So I'm not thinking that's going to happen. I think we're going to come out from the start and go for them, but we need to have the end product, and that's the issue.
No, definitely. I think that is going to be one of the biggest issues. Right, I think we'll leave the build up there then, mate, because the game is fast approaching. Kickoff is in 3 minutes' time. I am going to let you jump away. I think you and Hamish will be back for half-time and do the half-time chat. And then I will be back for the second half of the watch-along. And then we will jump straight into the reaction. So, Mark, thank you very much for joining me today, mate. I will see you back at half-time. Go enjoy the game, and hopefully we've got a lot to talk about and a lot of fun. But as always, mate, thank you very much for joining me.
No worries, mate. I'll see you at half-time. Cheers.
See you in a bit, mate. Cheers. Well, folks, there we go. Let's get this all set up. Well, we will get the old graphics on the go. We'll get ourselves set up because there we go. Look at that. So we will get ourselves a time check already. We're not even anywhere near the game, but we're getting a time check. So obviously, folks, this is the part where I have to scramble a bit to get the game on. But I'm just hoping that we are going to have a good game tonight. No spoilers. I can't spoil myself, so we're all right, mate. I'll try not to spoil it for the rest of you. But as always, we are all on Rangers TV tonight, so we just need to wait and see what happens. What did I know? That it was professional. What was wrong there, Thompson? Come on, I thought it was pretty professional on that. I think that there's going to be a full night of Hightower tonight, Jordy, mate. I'm on the build up. I'm on the reaction. I'm on the watch along. I'm on a lot tonight, mate. You're getting just all Hightower the whole way. The only thing I don't have today is your halftime show because I need a break. But I can get the hat. It's there. It's right above my head. I can get that, and we can put that on if you want that on the go. Oh, right. Sorry, mate. I take it back. Right. I apologise. I'm digging into you already. Sorry, mate. But no, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I think Gogic is starting. By the way, he is starting. So we will boom. It's right here. Wait. There you go, mate. Look, there we go. We'll get it on. Nah, I'm only joking. We'll keep it up because it's a fucking curse. It's a curse. We'll keep it off as the players get ready to come out. Let me just sort this graphic out, folks. So, if you've never been part of the watch-alongs, because I think we are public tonight, if I am not mistaken, there is just a few rules that we do like to abide by. Please keep the spoilers to a minimum because it just ruins it a wee bit for everybody. We want to obviously have as much fun as we can tonight. Enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere, and just do you know, every time I set this graphic up, I get ahead of myself. I always try and put nothing each, and I always put 1-0. I'm getting goals ahead before we're even there. But as always, let's just have a bit of fun. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's get a wee public watch along on the go, and why not? I think we're just here for that bit of fun. And then I was trying to find it. There's the sniper with a comment that I need to thank you very much, Eldo, mate. But the players are getting ready to come out. Well, I say they're getting ready. They are out. They're lining up. I will let you know as soon as I kick off. I'm just getting this graphic. There we go. And we can get that comment away. Thank you very much. Simmer a long ball, I bet you. Simmer down, Aldo. Do go. I put the comment for Alex, but he shot it. I did. I just fully ignored you, Paul. I was like, nah. Alex, you're in real time, so there's exactly. We should all be on the same because we're all on RTV tonight, so there should be zero spoilers tonight, my friend. The spoilers will just be sitting in goals anyway. Chip is playing. Well, let's hope no. Graham, you all right, buddy? Welcome in. Let's hope, George. Let's hope. Still got the mother of the game on. Need to be getting that one off then. What we can do as well is we can take that away. There we go. That's better. Sniper, you can have that comment on your notebook, copy and paste. That is copied and pasted every single time, as there is a minute silence as well. Evening, Blue Mac, you all right, mate? There is a minute silence at the start of the game. on St Mirren TV now. Shocking. Get on Rangers TV. Come on. Right, I will. Your age is ahead of me. Jesus Christ. I will be silent for the minute as well, folks. Yes, we are on public, but just for the minute, I am going to be silent. Always has to be ruined right at the end, innit? Rival fans having to make a noise right at the last minute just to try and ruin it. I don't think Asgard will be subbed at halftime now. Alison joining just for Hightower's reaction. Thank you very much, because Hightower does put in some fair reactions. So let's try and hope we keep that to a minimum tonight. Beat Bot with an excellent comment, by the way. Win tonight and Motherwell and also win in the Old Firm is a game changer. It is absolutely a game changer. I think that you can easily look at the Saturday game being massive if they even do us a slight favour. So let's see, a wee bit ahead of my St Mirren TV. Well, I will try and keep the spoilers to a minimum. I know it's always going to be the same. It's so poor just to even start shouting anything. Just keep yourselves to yourselves. What is the point during a minute of silence if you want to make any sort of noise? A little bit of composure. And we have kicked off, folks. We are underway at Ibrox. Let's turn that down a wee bit. We'll get that comment up for the old sniper himself. Don't know why Diamande is playing. I think Diamande is playing tonight just because we are resting Conor Barnett. He's putting an off a shift, and I think because he's one yellow card away from a suspension, so that's probably why he is on the Rangers. Exactly. I hope that we can do something. I mean, straight away, Rangers having a shot. So let's see. Paul's going for a 2-0. Not kicked off yet. You're usually about a minute and a bit behind Willie, so catch up. If Motherwell up their game tonight, they can get a result. I mean, we were really at a stage where we struggled. Really, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. We were at a position where we struggled against Motherwell. So if they can up their game tonight, even a draw helps us massively. But before we even focus on that game and look at it at all, we need to be focusing on our own game. We need to be getting a result here tonight. Ball forward. Tav launches it forward. Chermiti holding it up. Back into midfield for Raskin. Out wide. I didn't even see Asgard in the middle there too. Couldn't see him. Chermiti. I think so. We can see that they're going to play a very, very high line. And you've subbed as well. Rooney, thank you very much, mate. I appreciate all the support on the channel. So thank you very much. You can see how condensed St Mirren are going right from the off. They're trying to squeeze Rangers so tight right from the off. Need to leave you, mate, ahead of me. Be back at half time. No worries, mate. No worries. There will be a reaction as soon as the halftime whistle goes. So if you want to come back at halftime, please do, and you'll hear from Mark and Hamish. Do you see Chermiti still being here after the window? Stuart, I don't think so, mate. I really don't. I think he might be going out on loan. I think it's probably better for him just to even get that little bit of confidence, because it's not working out at all for him at Rangers. And maybe a loan could do him that a bit of favour. Have you seen the pitch that the Rangers Review have been coming up with the players we should get in January in the SPFL, but we have to pay? No, I've not actually seen it. Who are some of the players that were suggesting? Because I know that There's a few we've suggested, Jesus Christ, Gisama, but apparently they're not good enough. I've had a long conversation with some of the lads about some of the players I think could easily be good enough for us, but we don't even look at it. She was just a thoroughly decent and kind person, Caroline. Always talking to her in the chat. Hope she's watching down tonight. Here's hoping, mate. I mean, listen, I spoke to him last night because we were doing the wrestling show, but Mr. Connor Chalmers himself will not be watching this game because Newcastle are 2-0 up, so he'll not be watching this. Did you see the rumour about us trying to get Penrice or Penrice on? I did see that, and I would actually take James Penrice on loan. I think he'd be a great addition on loan, or take him permanently because he was great at Hearts. Why would you not even go for it? As Magoma takes a very sore one there. Kingsley for a left back. I would take Kingsley. Gonzalo Garcia from Real Madrid linked for a loan. Is that not a left back? Jesus Christ. Did you see the rumour about us trying to get... Oh, I've literally just read that one. Devlin was the main mention. I would take Cammy Devlin on a pre-contract. Chimette should leave through the first available window. Hopefully it's high up. Let me see. If Motherwell continue on this trajectory, is ask our manager, maybe it could be. It definitely could. Cammy Devlin, Golgic, and the Aussie for Dundee United. Who's the Aussie for Dundee United? Who is the Aussie for Dundee United? Why is my mind going absolutely blank on that one? Aussie for Dundee United. You need to help me out with that one. Who's the Aussie for Dundee United? Oh, Sattersport. Aye. Thank you very much. I could see us easily going for I said it, and I've said it a few times. Somebody like Kieran Bowie, yes, he might not be an out-and-out starter, but somebody like Kieran Bowie could easily come in and do a job for us. Just because of the form he's in, folk might think that Claudio Braga could come in and do a job. Maswisi from Motherwell could easily come in and do a job. I think the amount of players in this league that we could easily get in because they could play will be paid double that for Chermiti, so why not? I mean, that is an absolute bold claim to say that we're even looking at Antonio Rudiger. That would be fucking disgusting, man. I see Wolves are looking at Kieran Bowie, especially if they go down to Championship. They're wanting him to try and get back up. I think Kent would be one of those ones that you probably wouldn't even look at. Can't show the game, mate, because we'll get took down for copyright, so we can't actually show the game. Mikey Moore skipping through the middle here. He's got out wide to Gisama. Gisama in the middle. Nobody's there. Raskin taking a bit of a knock there, but he's fine. Magoma out wide. Floats one into the back post. Gisama having to try and control it. Is he going to get a ball back in the middle here? No, he puts it out wide. Tab puts a ball in, though, and it's cleared by the St Mirren defender. Only as far as Asgard. Asgard back out to Raskin. Magoma, Asgard. Asgard just doing his job there against Killian. Any free agents out there you'd like to see us sign? I'm holding that for tomorrow night for the Hightower show, mate. I'm definitely keeping that. Let me see. They're all good players, but how much you would have to pay a fair fortune for some of them, I will say it. Let's see. What time? I am on 6 minutes 40. Oh. You can't do it, mate. Aidan, you can't do it. We're not getting... You would get your channel took down for showing it. So we definitely cannot be showing any bit of the game. Audrey plays for Dundee United. I could not think, Joe. I could not. I'm 17 seconds ahead. Pablo Felipe can't show the... We can't show the game. 4:38. Jesus. We were linked to the Irish striker Parish. No, you can get involved. Andrew's right about Mikey Moore. He does have shades of Neymar's class. So what, man, because I'm not even buffered once as well. A lot of times it's been better. It's better being a wee bit ahead. 70 quid, and I'll show you. Can I get a shout out? Aidan, you can get a shout out, my friend. You will get a shout out with the comments and that. So very good. Get yourself involved. Put points in about the game and you'll get more and more involved in the conversation. Mikey Moore could be the first goal scorer, by the way, because he's the one that's trying to show the creative ability, shooting from range, shooting from distance, just getting in there. 4.99 for a shout out. Is Barry Bannon been linked with us? I think a lot of players have been linked with us. I seen one today that was Ross McCrory's been linked back with us again, from Bristol City. His contract expires in the summer. That could be one that we could actually probably look at. We need to pay 3 million or more for each player. I think we'd have to pay a fair chunk. I don't disagree with you. The issue is that the position we're in right now, we probably don't actually have much of a choice. Charles, you all right, my friend? Welcome in, because Hightower's great like that, and like Martin, who doesn't read the comments. I read all the comments, me, every one of them. Probably just give Martin an idea. Martin will steal it, but he doesn't watch the show because he is in his bed. He's playing abroad now and banging him in. Who's he play for, though? Because I'm not sure I've heard of Parish. Is it Parish Saint-Germain by any chance? I don't know about McCrory. McCrory's been doing pretty well for Bristol City, to be fair. Lawrence Shanklin would have been our next super ally. It still depressed me he never came. I don't think we were very serious about trying to get him in, which is the annoying one in it. St Mirren fan set about, shouted during a minute of silence. Fair enough. Fair enough. And that is a free kick to St Mirren straight away. Where to watch online? It's on Rangers TV, my friend. Could have had two solid players. We could have. You could not make this up. Just got up to adjust the monitor. Only socks on. Stood on guitar jack. Plug fell a little bit, and now pull my hammy. I'm near greeting here. Andrew, what are you doing to yourself? Just sit down. Lucas Stevenson, right back at Dundee United on loan from Liverpool. Oh, Jesus Christ, they're gone. He's a flying in the night, by the way. Shamal George from St Mirren, and most importantly, Alex Skogic. There's loads of players we could be looking at. I'm surprised he's not doing the video messages. Oh, don't give him any ideas, because Martin would be straight on them. He's still not well. He's still in his bed. Listen, Robert, this could be our time for a league title. We need to get our acting gear and actually start to get results in, though. Wait, just who? Blue Mac. More pressure playing for us over Hearts. Gallant, Paddy Bonner, comparative bliss. It's too late now to lie too. It's far too late. Put yourself in the eye, Andrew. Make it hat trick. Public tonight. I mean, I can't keep up. I'm having to stop them to get it. Oh, Troy Parrott. Aye, mate. Aye, I'm waiting. Troy Parrott for Alkmaar. Obviously, they got him from Tottenham for 15 million. So I think they'd be. It wasn't 15. It was like, I think they want 15 to 20 million for him though, because he's doing absolutely amazing right now. Troy Parrott obviously got them into the playoffs as well. The Republic of Ireland. Aye, got them into the playoffs. So there's a few. Let's see. Won the well, potentially 3 points. McCrory, I will tell you right now, my friend. Oh, crap. 27, my friend. Ross McCrory's 27. How many defenders do you think we need? 2, 3 potentially. We need a left back to be able to come in. We need a right back and potentially a centre back as well. Just read my comments, only Alex. Never mind the rest. No worries, mate. You have to keep them coming, but because I'm getting spammed here, so you need to be putting comment after comment just to read yours. Mikey Moore is hounding them, by the way. Answered Martin's call for a reaction show. If he is ill, do you need me on it? I do, Andrew, my friend. I need you on it. I will send you the link. It would be appreciated if you could jump on the reaction for us. Penrice will come to Rangers if we ask. He will. Troy Parker's an absolute wonder kid on Football Manager a couple of years back, and he's brilliant now. Like Tottenham kept loaning him out, and then they finally sold him. So I do think we could easily see somebody like Troy Parrott come in for us. I said 27 same times. Oh, well, there you go, mate. Get Penrice, a centre-back, Dal in midfield, and a striker. Tell us what's happening on the pitch. I'm trying to, Scottish folks. I'm trying to keep up with you as Rangers break forward here with Asgard. Bit of a mix-up going forward there for St Mirren, to be fair. If people keep going on about it, repeating themselves constantly. That would have been a great move, but Mikey Moore strayed offside. That would have been a great move, but He just strayed offside there. Andrew, he's been a member for 18 months. Good evening, Alex and the Rabble family. Hope you're all well. We are good on this side, my friend. Hope everybody else is doing well. Thank you very much for your support for the last 18 months. If it wasn't for Troy Parrott, Ireland wouldn't have made the playoffs. Exactly. Scoring a great hat-trick as well. Watching 2 games at once here. Rangers on the telly and Motherwell on the computer. That is dedication, my friend. I'm struggling to keep up the comments. Never mind watching the football for the last 13 minutes. Mikey Moore driving us forward again here. He's got space to run into. He just tries to undersell the pass to Magoma. But we have to keep going here. Play on, referee. Oh, he's going to be one of these. Referee's not going to let any advantage go. Bit of a dirty tackle there, though, I've got to say. Marcus Fraser, knowing exactly what he was doing there, leaves a foot in, and he's just obviously trying to get a reaction. Look at that. Spinning bird flip, gifting 1 membership to somebody in the comments. You're some man spinning. Thank you very much for that. And he had to jump in. Dougal's been a member for 23 months. I see you're 18 and I raise you 5 more. There you go. It's now getting competitive. Timothy McNary, good evening, lads from Atlanta. GA Belfast, born and bred with the people. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. And Martin is that very useful thing from Charles, as always. 199 for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, mate. Calling the match. I'm definitely calling the match. I think we're struggling going down the wings. We're actually doing better going through the middle here, to be fair. Oh, Fernandez getting caught a wee bit there. I tell the summer but want him another year defo. There's a few players that you want here, to be fair. There's a few of them. Ball forward here. Suter doing well to get the ball out of play there. I'd love to see Mikey Moore coming another year, by the way. I'd love to see him. Yeah, Thomas, I think we're all fairly confident that we could get a win tonight. I wonder what you are thinking against Arsenal tonight. They're very much, Big Brother, they're flying in with the tackles. But Asgard has been quiet, so far. I think he's trying to link up, but he's also obviously trying to get the defensive duties underway as well. So there's a bit of a struggle there. But dealing with this, Mikey Moore trying to get us away as he's getting the ankles nipped by 4 of them there. And I think he's panicked. He's very much panicked with that clearance there. He's just punted that away. But, I mean, he's getting his ankles absolutely nipped and spinning bird flip. I see you're 23 months and 7 months. And a member of the channel and one of my co-hosts as well, Andrew Redrock, with a £10 super chat. Thank you very much. Everybody on YouTube will see that super sticker. So, Andrew, as always, mate, thank you very, very much. I think that Asgard's one of those players. See if Barron didn't need a rest, he definitely wouldn't have been starting. Yes, he got his goal against Motherwell, but he's not proven a lot in a Rangers jersey, has he? Hello, Paisley lad. Happy New Year. Anderson versus Van Gerben on the dance. I think we're going to be a really tough to break St Mirren defence down. I can see it being. I definitely could. Wouldn't mind Ayunga as well. Move for another year, like a 20 million loan signing. Yes, you've got with Mikey Moore. The sky's the limit with him right now. You can quite clearly see it now. He's got a wee bit of confidence. He's enjoying his football, and he's going to cost an absolute fortune. What is Tav doing there? Absolutely selling Butland short there. Jesus Christ. Why would you try loft that in the air when your goalie's standing right beside you? Butland's having to smash that to get it away. Should have been on the Manjaro. Jesus Christ. No, I do think John is a good defender. I do think he is. I think you keep him. You don't keep him on a starting basis. You keep him on a rotational. I just think that we've not got much quality right now. So John Sitter's probably one of the players you need to be. As there's going to be a long throw here from St Mirren into the box. Try to keep it tight to the touchline. They made their way in. It's broken in the middle. Oh, and it's cleared out for a St Mirren corner. Just shows how easy we can be broke down there. He is absolute liability there. Declan John just getting that ball in, breaking down the side and winning them a corner. Just shows how easy that was there for St Mirren. That is so close to being 1-0. They just broke with ease. Yeah, Stuart, I don't know what's going on with Lyle Cameron. I think he's a great player, but maybe Danny Role just doesn't rate him and wants him to go out on loan and get a bit more game time, try and come back a better player. But I think he's a lot better than some of the players we've already got. Maybe he just doesn't like what he sees from him. Corner whipped in, and it is straight to Jack Butland. As he takes a bit of a clatter there, but he's all right. He's trying to find a quick option, and there's not one on, but he does go out wide to Mikey Moore. Barron is a sub. Aye, he's a sub. I think it's about managing his minutes, to be fair. Ball here for Tav. Tav goes all the way back to Jack Butland. Butland looking for an option here. We need to be patient against this St Mirren side. They've just been resilient, sitting in, making it difficult for Rangers to get anything. Asgard, back to Tav, back to Suter, and back to Butland. I wonder if sometimes I wonder if these players get their still a title to be won. I don't think so. Declan John was crap when he was with us. Definitely was. Asgard. It's just this going back that pisses me off. Why are we constantly going back? There's players making runs going forward and we're like, yep, go back. Ball it wide to Magoma here. Puts it across the face of the goal and nobody again. The exact same place that somebody should have been against Motherwell isn't there for St Mirren. We literally, there's such a space in the middle, run into it and it's a tap in. Some players aren't brave enough in the ball. No, they're not. They are toothless, my friend. So am I. It's all right. Right, here comes Tav, trying to recycle, back to Butland. But again, we're just punting it away and we're under no pressure at all. This is great. I have no images, which is essential if I'm doing reactions later. Oh, well, that's great, mate. That is so great. But close to the keeper. Aye, it was too close. It was too close. Aye. Rangers buying him ability scooter for Tav next season. Jesus. Let's see. We need an out and out. We do. Stephen, you're 100% right, my friend. Why does every manager come in and still make Tav captain? He has been a stinker so far this season. Just seems like one of those undroppable players. He picked up that wee niggle and we've seen Aarons, but he's not done much better. That is a great ball from Magoma. Out wide for Raskin. Raskin with the ball in the middle and nobody's there again. So back to Raskin. Needs to pick out an option here and he just doesn't do it quick enough. Out wide to Magoma. No, we've not looked like scoring at all. Dimu, not at all. We have not looked like we were going to be scoring. Nelly, you're fully right. See this side-to-side, backwards, absolute crap that we see week in, week out. Just it's shocking to see it. Magoma's got a lot of potential, I agree with you. As St Mirren break here. Making their way in. Magoma has to stay with his man here. Ball across the middle. That was some delivery, by the way, but it was a great clearance, but that was some delivery. At least Raskin has started better than he has at other times the last few months. He has looked a lot better, to be fair. A lot of people struggling to get the game here by the looks of it. If more of our players had Connor Barron's work rate, we'd be a lot better off. 100% agree with you. Stephen, I agree with you. Those three players could easily come in and do a job for us. Lucas Stevenson, Samal George, and Alex Gogic could easily come in and do a job. Not a problem at all. Pause your stream for 17 seconds. Definitely not. Definitely not. I play with no sound. I watch with no sound anyway, so it's all right. Soapy's doing some great work, to be fair. The issue is that the link-up play just disappears. Ball over the top here. Fernandez just watching that there. Just watching it bounce and bounce and bounce. Why not, Cammy, mate? Why not? Why not? Wouldn't mind Magoma on another year loan. If we could get him in another year, I would take it. Tab from ability scooter to juniors in 1 minute. He's Benjamin Button in football. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love it. Motor ball. Yeah, I mean, we've just not tested them at all. Not tested them at all. It's a silly clearance. Mikey Moore. Ball whipped in again. Cleared by Asgard. going to come back in again. Marcus Fraser. Just going right the way up the pitch here. Oh, Magoma would be about 7 or 8 million, I reckon. Easy. We just need to just take your time with it. Jamaica doing well to hold it up, but he's just played it straight back into the hands of the forwards for St Mirren here. And he's clean through. Oh, great save and then a great tackle, but the offside flag has went up. Jesus Christ, man. Just shows how easy we can be broke down there. I hope Spurs let us have Moore again next season. I imagine how good he'll be by then. I think if we could have him next season, it'd be great to see. He is offside. I think it'd be great if we could have Mikey Moore again. The issue is that they're probably screaming out for quality on that left-hand side. Rangers recycling again, coming forward. Gassama into Chimeti. Diamande to Mikey Moore. It just gets past him. Marcus Fraser's going to try and close it down here. He's just giving it to Magoma, though. Magoma doesn't have an option. Diamande, ball whipped in at the back post. It's cleared away. Have to keep it alive. Back to Diamande here. It's a bit of a push, referee. No? Gassama, not Gassama. Magoma just pushed on his arse and the referee said, aye, up you get. Up you get. I think it'd be a very hard one to see us get Mikey Moore again, but you never know. Get Harry Kane on loan. just put in the phone call to Bayern and say, come on, I helped you win the treble that year. Can we just get him on loan? Hurry up. Son brother is watching this, no bother. So drop ball because again the referee gets his arse in the way. So break a play here. It's more annoying that it's been 25 minutes and Rangers haven't done anything to actually trouble Shamal George. Nothing. That is the annoying thing. Mbappe on a pay-as-you-play. He has to pay us to play. Gassama cuts in the middle here. How do you miss that, Nico Raskin? How do you miss that? You are in front of the goal and you missed that. That should be 1-0. That should be 1-0. The ball's not out of play and Raskin just takes a fumble. No, wait. Oh my God, Motherwell are 1-0 up, by the way. Beat Bop Boop letting us know. Motherwell are 1-0 up. How has Nico Raskin missed that, by the way? How do you miss that? I'm still sitting here going, how? Exactly. Blame Ian Thompson. It's his fault. He was nice to Nico Raskin and he goes and does that. It's his fault. Exactly. It's not a good thing if we don't win. That is not a free kick, referee. Ibrahim Saeed, a header from the centre of the box. Listen, we've seen what happened at Livingston. It went 1-0, 1 each, 2-1, 2 each. Just we need to watch. Yeah, he didn't get his foot over at Alex. It bobbled up, but still. Listen, I think Dougal is right though. I think it went out of play. They've probably been ruled out, but still. Mikey Moore fell off 10 million up front with a good sell-on clause. Maybe it would have been considered. Instead, we bought Yusuf Chimeti. Keep the board. Keep the board. Motherwell win and we don't, then we're back in 4th place. Exactly. That's why we need to be actually getting a finger out here. I agree with you, Chaz, mate. I do. Free kick here from, I think this is Declan John. Jesus, it just went over my house. Jesus. I would get laughed at for 10 million. We get laughed at for that. It is on Rangers TV. It is. Just let us win. Exactly, St Mirren. You're already 9th. Just let us win. Play the game and just help us out. Come on. Fernandez to Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore getting us forward here. Cuts inside. Goes to Raskin. Raskin to Magoma. We're waiting for Raskin to overlap here, and he does. Sells him a bit short with the pass, though, and then Raskin on the return sells him even shorter. St Mirren's game plan here is just to pump it long and try and catch on the counter. Diamande, good ball into Asgard. Asgard turning, just a poor pass. Chimitti's got it, though. And it's out for a Rangers throw-in. No, I don't think Chimitti has been that bad. I'd have loved to keep Fatcliffe Cherney, by the way. I've got that right here as well. Thompson, don't you worry, mate. I have got it sitting here to keep an eye on that scoreline. Connor will be happy, Bucks. It's 2-1 Newcastle going into half-time. Look how tight we get squeezed by St Mirren. We just find no space. What's Asgard doing there? What's Asgard doing there? What is he doing there? I think we are resting him, AJ. I think we are. I do think we are resting him. Listen, Scottish, I'm the exact same. We just need to actually start playing here. I would take a Cherney or a Seema over Gassama. I'd not over a Mikey Moore, though. Yeah, try and I agree with you. We need to be commentating on our own game. That's a sore challenge, that one. That's surely a free kick. Mandaron with 2 arms in the back there. Or was it a Younger? So there's only 1 goal in the whole SPFL, and it's Motherwell. Jesus Christ. This game is fluent, by the way. How are we already half an hour in? Who else could be captain with age, experience, and Rangers know-how, etc., indicative of Rangers' current state of players? I think you've got to go for Jack Butland. You don't really want to be having your captain as your goalie, but for me, I'd go with Jack Butland. Some of his comments recently show that he's actually started to take a lot of the criticism for his own performances, and I think he would be quite good to have as your captain. St Mirren are so physical. They are. Get big DJ Hook for the halftime talk. I think so. I think we just need to give him the time. Big Dujon for captain be a shout. He tries to look pretty, but he's not got the ability right now to back it up, and that's the annoying thing. There's not been a lot to actually cheer about in this game. That's a great ball to Mikey Moore. Oh, he just could not get a toe on that to bring that forward. Chimitti's sliding with the balls in the air. That's right, big man. You're going to get it done there. Alan Thompson won the well. That's a cracking result for the well. How was that a free kick, by the way? Yeah, Ian, I think that could be a good shout, by the way. Broke no woke. I feel if Raskin was made captain, it would help to go to the next level in his career. Maybe this is why he's not performed so well this year. I think he's just chucked the toys at the pram, Raskin, to be fair. Oh, that is a question. No, Paul, I would not sell Butland in the summer. Now, Ian T is going to slate me here, but I think that without him, we aren't in the position we're in right now. So no, I don't think you do sell him right now. Because I was saying that Liam Kelly's going to be better for us. There's not much options of goalie to bring in. Rangers just been a bit weak here to get the ball out. Fernandez closing down, man. That's never a free kick, referee. Come on. I think Raskin will go into the season. I think he will. I know. I'm going to bring it up just to give him the credit. I know. Dick. Oh, all the love, Thompson. All the love, mate. All the love. Sell Butland only if Rowe brings in Manuel Neuer. Cheers from Brazil. Thank you very much. I'm not 102 because I'm not even going to try and pronounce your name. I can only apologise. It's not my fault. We're apparently linked with keeper at Sheffield United, Kelly and Wright, both out of contract in the summer. Could be a shout. It could. Is it something Rangers would do? I don't know. But if we are linked Is it Michael Cooper you're saying we're linked with? Because was he not at Plymouth Argyle? He was, and he was actually a very good keeper while at Plymouth Argyle. As Rangers struggle with that there, Diamandi has to hook that away. Jesus Christ. Rangers just doing their greatest here. No chance on Butland, maybe by... do we sell in? I think we sell half the squad in January, Alberts. We do. Goal before halftime, Rangers. Moan, exactly. Interestingly, Chimiti is an anagram of crime hit. Jesus Christ. Oh. See if we could just improve slightly. We're in it because Celtic... So we're rotten right now, Teddo. I live here on course to get relegated. I agree with you. As it's a throw in here, the far side, or near side even, sorry, for St Mirren. They're just playing a bit of triangles here. It's a good ball in. Need to be cleared away. Diamandi's done well. Mikey Moore gets us up the pitch. He just hoofs it for Chimiti and he doesn't even run. Because, Dean, this is what we come to expect right now. This may be a little tinfoil hat-ish, but we have you noticed how St Mirren have started getting all the little silly decisions? They've got it in their earpiece, right? They're losing. Let's help them out. Oh, well, that's a touch and a turn from Mikey Moore. Gisama. That's not Gisama, by the way. That is Yusuf Chimiti. Dio's very much been a passenger, by the way. I'm not even reading out the comment, but Charles, thank you very much for that 199 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. We had a man down every game with that donkey up front. Listen, I think his hold-up play has been very good, but he's not getting his goals. Listen, I'm just bringing up the super chats. I'm just bringing them up. I'm no passing comments either way. My 3 time is not going to happen. You never know, Robert, mate. You never know. I'd like to see you use a similar recruitment system like Hearts have with James. Listen, I think any recruitment system could be decent for us right now. Never mind just using anybody's, just any. I think he's probably a bit lazy, Andy. Not about 2 feet of... Shut up, Paul. Thank you very much. Diamandi's well down tools. We know that he has. We know it. Rangers ASMR. Not into stats, but this is a less than XG of... Oh, 100% it is. I don't think we've done anything to challenge the goalkeeper yet. See, when Cameron Curtis came on last weekend, you could see how fast we wanted to get on the pitch. 100%. Bring that up just for a wee read. Sack the bold. It just lacks game intelligence and striker instinct. Full agree with you. But as Sniper says, if you're new to the channel, why not become a member of the Rabble family by hitting the join button? Starts for as little as $1.99 a month. The extra content is second to none. You get so much content from the Rabble family here. We put on shows every day of the week. So if you want to get involved, why not hit that join button and join us up? It's great to see. And somebody that Ian Thompson, don't know who he is, but he puts on a show on a Tuesday. It's a very good show. I'll give him that credit there. Such as lack of effort in midfield, we should be bringing in the kid in Glasgow, Arsenal, Liverpool. Exactly, they play all the kids. Surely that's a booking. Max Aaron's got booked for the same thing. Surely that's a booking. Max Aaron's got booked for it. Dio and Raskin lost in the hunger. Should sell them both. We should. Kevin Thel, we couldn't believe it. Exactly. How is that not a booking, by the way? Max Aaron's got booked in Europe for doing the same thing. Corner whipped in here. Played short, actually. Asgard. Oh, Thilo, man. Taking about 18 touches. Asgard again. Just cannot get a shot away. He's been wrestled out there. He just isn't good at plugging other shows, though, is he? Nah, doesn't know how to plug shows, mate. Definitely not. No, it's definitely not. It's not paying up. Nathan, we are not looking good, my friend. Just same as always, just a bit of boring football, but we're at least still nothing each. That's the main thing. We've not conceded. Motherwell haven't really looked like they've offered much, but neither have Rangers. Raskin, ball in the middle, and again, nobody there. Oh, unlucky Mikey, son. Asgard raging at Mikey Moore went for a shot. Oh, I'm sorry. Is he not supposed to go for a goal there? Chimity, oh, on the spin as well. And it's a Rangers corner. Yusuf Chimity, that was unlucky. Why are the physios not going off edge of the park? They walked half the length of the pitch to go off because the referee's that inexperienced that he's letting them do it. Oh, 95 likes. Smash that like button. If you can give us a like, that would be much appreciated. We've got us painting and decorating, brother. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love it. I think our biggest problem is we don't do the basics. Yeah, exactly. I fully agree with you. We have upped the tempo right as we approach half time. Ball whipped in here. Unlucky. Blocked again and out for another Rangers corner. Oh. And look at that. Just blaming us, Dougal. Shocking. Robert, I hope this is the one. We're building up in tempo here. We're champing at the bit, knocking the door down. Ball whipped in again. And it's in! Yes! Come on, Theo Asgard! And it's Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. What a goal from Theo Asgard. Mr. Asgard himself, as he's been called in the comments off night. But Rangers with the breakthrough from the corner. And they lead at the break. It is Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. Great leap there from Theo Asgard. Right into the corner. Gives the goalie absolutely no chance. And it's just a great leap. Doesn't even have to really jump. The whip just to get it in the corner just shows no chance VAR even get involved in here. 2 goals in 2 games, as we said, for Theo Asgard. Great to see. Right into the corner. Shamal George can get nowhere near it. And it is Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. Thank God for that. Great for Theo Asgard. Asgard dropping the hammer. Asgard needed that 2 and 2. How long? We've got about 5 minutes till half time, my friend. It's a quality header. Surely you're 100% right. The fact that he managed just to direct it into the corner. Shamal George, nowhere near it. Great finish. Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. It's a great ball in, by the way. It's a great ball into him. Just floats it. All the St Mirren defenders jump. Nowhere near it. And boom. We are there. Chimity fighting again. Mikey Moore. Oh! Oh, and it's off the bar. Oh! Oh! And it is off the bar. That came back off the bar there. Shamal George put it on the bar. Mikey Moore was so close to scoring, but Chimity is down. I think it is about 3, aye. That is unlucky, by the way. Mikey Moore just goes for it, hits it. Shamal George taps it onto his own bar as well. Great effort. Just the fact that he goes for it, he's like, why not? Smack. Shamal George almost puts it in for himself. Oh, he's just some man, isn't he? Mr. Red Rock himself gifting 5 memberships to the channel. As always, he's a co-host. He just owns this pod, doesn't he? Andrew Red Rock, my friend, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I support Everton, mate. I'm so sorry about Chimity. He's fucking awful. Stephen, take him back, son. Take him back. Oh, take him back. Well, Asgard has been quiet, but he shut every single one of us up, mate. Everyone. Shut a lot of us up. Rangers hunting down the headlines will be everywhere. It's a conspiracy. I think we are going to see a substitution here, though. Chimity looks like he is down. Looks like he's hurting. So might be a case of we need to make a wee sub. I think Danilo has just been sent out for a warm-up behind Danny Roll there. So could be going to be about 20 minutes injury time. Come on, please, no. I need to jump off. Danilo's been sent to warm up. Every single time I moan about a player, Jordy. Every time they score. I did it with Miovski. He scored. Did it with Moore. I did it with Gisama. I've done it with Asgard. I did it with Diamande. I did it with them all. And they score. I think, though, we will start seeing Trimity going off with a head knock here. It looks like he has been took off here for a head knock. He has given the thumbs up, though. Exactly, Stephen, you're fully right. See the fact that we're keeping the clean sheets, that's exactly what's going to help us. That's Perlo-like header from Asgard, you're right. And Paul, it's a bit of a worry that he is the only fit striker we have on the bench because Miowski's got the flu. Get Curtis up there. Diamande being a man down as per. He's been pretty quiet, to be fair. You're not moaning enough about Chimity then. I moaned. He scored against Hearts. So I did my job at that point. I can't do it every week because then I just become Mr. Negative and I turn into ENT. First time here, guys, watching from Ohio, USA. Well, Derek, my friend, welcome in. I only want to see Danilo on the pitch if his dad is milling about the crowd. I said it last week, Rooney. I did. I said that, listen, we need to take these boring 1-0 wins if we can get them. If we can, then we'll have to see it. Imagine the flu stopping you. I mean, exactly. Just swath it away. I can tell you this flu is no joke. There's your host right there. Look at him lurking in the background. God is still hanging about us. He's still hanging about. Yes, it is accurate. What else we got? Let's have a wee look. Not where as it stands. We are 3 points behind going into the weekend. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. Telling you, shocking, innit? Shocking. We are being joined by so many different places tonight. Well, if it's your first time here, why not think about subscribing to the channel? And if you like the content you're seeing, why not hit that join button? Why not? It is worth it. $1.99 a month gets you so much content to the channel. Martin, I have that useful thing, flew Douglas. That is him. Charles, thank you very much as always, my friend. It's always appreciated. And yes, they are still 1-0 down. Remember, they are 15 minutes behind us, though. So they are still a goal down. Oh, come on, Chimity. Get up. Who is in from Ohio? Missed that. I will show you, my friend. We have, oh my God, Derek Robinson himself is in from Ohio, USA. He's joining us all the way from Ohio tonight. We've started to just frustrate, I think, St. Mirren a bit here. I mean, they're frustrating all of us, so that's all right. But I think we're starting to frustrate them in terms of they're having to come out. They're still looking like they're trying to sit back. Are they not realising that they're a goal down? Defo winning manager of the month. Oh, 100%. 100%. Rangers just starting to slow this down. Orange Australia from Frank Sheehan. We are the people. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Hi, Tower. Ian's just fuming. He's not able to do his own show tonight. Exactly. He's fuming in it because it's no the Thompson Tuesdays. And it was Dilo Asgard, Jimmy Snooker. It was Dilo Asgard from a short corner who got the goal for Rangers. And he's been a member for 27 months. James Cameron Martin. I'm always not well, Douglas. James, 27 months, you're some man. Hey, Derek, spent a lot of time in Ohio. He loved it. Only 4 minutes after Shipman injury and Chimity. Seems very tight, to be fair. Happy Rabbleversary. Martin needs to start eating chips. Jesus Christ. Oh, Thompson-less Tuesdays. That's exactly it. No, he's had a half save, but it was offside, so really he's not had anything to do. Not really had anything to do at all. Evening, lads. Jimmy from Torquay, Devon, ex-Hamilton, Asgard. He's got a bundle of goals in them boots. We need to see it then, James, my friend. We need to be seeing it. Diamande try to get stuck in, but he's not really doing anything. Ohio is the American Glasgow. Oh, Jesus Christ. Watching from Cambridge, Canada, near Toronto. No surrender, folks. Look at that. We're going global tonight for the Rangers v St. Mirren game. Welcome in, everybody. They actually do chat. Oh, as we get ready to approach halftime, folks, we will be swapping over to Dougal and Mark as they take you through the half-time. But as always, I will be back as soon as the whistle goes, and I'll be taking you back through the second half, so don't be going anywhere. But Murray is joining us all the way from North Germany. Welcome, my friend. As I said, wherever you're from, why not consider becoming a member and joining the Rabble community for as little as $1.99 a month. Great place to be. I'm telling you, not just because I'm part of it. I subscribe and join as well. That's us. What's the clock? Not long left in the half. About 2 minutes, my friend. I need to change that. I should say hi to her. It should. Watching all the way from the Renton. Oh. Butland, you should be coming up for that. No fear. Ian T, and only one slideshow presentation. And you're hype, mate. Geek moment, Chicago's American Glasgow, as the Windy City was designed to be like Glasgow. Kisama's been not too bad. Watching from offshore. I'm watching from the most sensible country in the world. Jesus Christ, Jimmy. Jesus. So Mirren just starting to put a wee bit of pressure on here with about a minute left to go in the first half. The Bear family all over the world. USA, Canada, Poland, Germany, England. We are the people. Exactly, my friend. Cope, Bridge, Canvas, Lang, and... Oh, that is half-time. All right. He had it on 4 minutes and we just blew. Fair enough. That is half-time there. So, at half-time, it is Rangers 1, St Mirren 0. Alex just shows you how far the Rabble reaches. Exactly, mate. It reaches global. We are all over the place. So as soon as we get Dougal and Mark back in here for your second half, I will hand over to them. Look at that. Talk about the man himself, and he appears, both of them. So what we will do is we will get rid of that. We'll do that. There we go. And we'll bring the gents in. Hey, gents, I will leave you for half-time. So I'll catch you in about 15. Take it away. Can't hear you, Ian. You're muted, mate.
Nope, I should be. Can you hear me now?
You're good, mate. That's you.
I was just saying that it's. I wasn't even on mute. It was just me mic acting up. So that's how it's professionally done. You get here on time when you're supposed to be here. None of that waiting about like you would do if Martin was about. It's not a yellow card. I was not on mute. It was my mic playing up. I don't know why. Someone's touched some of the settings and it all messes it up. But I'm here. I should take the shirt off, really. It's just because it's cold in my house. I've had the heat. The heating's not been on for 28 hours because it failed yesterday and the gas engineer didn't come till today. The house is slowly warming up. But no, I was letting my son on the PS5 earlier on. He's obviously touched my mic. But anyway, so 1-0 at half time. It took a while. A slow burner, you could say. It wasn't an impressive start. It was very much same old, wasn't it, Mark, really?
No, I was slightly impressed, mate. I think with the press. Sorry. Sorry, mate. I know I was slightly impressed with the press and that, mate, and the chance creation, but obviously we didn't put anything to bed until obviously the goal. But I was quite happy with the first half myself, actually. What did you see that you didn't like?
It seemed to be a lot of huff and puff, no end product, which has been the way it's been. We have very rarely tested Jamal George, and it wasn't until that last 10 minutes before half time we seemed to up the tempo. I'm not saying that St Mirren have caused us any problems. They had that one moment where they were cleaning through, but he was offside. But I don't know. I'm a Rangers fan of old. I just want more all the time. But you know, this is the way it's been. We've had a chance. We've took it. We've gone 1-0 up from Asgard. So 2-2 from Asgard. You can't ask for any more than that. So the improvements are there. I just don't think that we've been as decent up front as we could be. But then again, we're playing with the same cards we've had all season. So I know Alex has said that Gassama was all right first half, but I can't really remember him touching the ball that much. I think Magoma's been impressive. Chimiti for me is probably having another decent game. I think he's held the ball up well, set up a couple of moves. And Asgard has done his bit. Diamandi's missing. Raskin looks a little bit more at it, but Mikey Moore's a standout. That's the way I'm looking at that first half.
Yeah, I thought I've got to disagree with the Raskin. I think Raskin's been all over. He's been at it. I think myself in the midfield. Dio's tried in bits, but Dio's been as Dio's been for the last 6 months or so. But Chimiti is, and I'm not a big Chimiti fan, but I think he's done well holding the ball up, like you say, and trying to bring other people into play. I think obviously his issue is that he doesn't score, and he's the number 9, so we kind of need him to score. But Gassama's been all right, but it's that thing where he overplays. I think he still overplays instead of playing the ball quicker, getting it into the box. I've seen a few crosses in the first half that have just went into the box and there's no one there. So they're not looking and seeing, and they're just right, I've got the ball right, I've got to get it in the box, but they're not seeing who's available, i.e. there's no one there, and the ball just goes in. But I'm quite happy with the first half. I think we probably should have had another goal, but I'm happy with the shot creation and stuff. Mikey Moore has had a decent game. Raskin, I think, has had a good game for me. Chimiti as well, like you say. Fernandez has been a little bit lackadaisical at points, a bit slow on his passing and stuff, but overall I'm quite pleased, mate. I'm looking forward to the second half.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the second half, because obviously there's changes you can make as well, which could improve. You can, if you're managing his minutes and he's up to playing any part in the second half. I'm assuming we'll see Barron at some point come on, and who knows, you might get a lesser spotted Matondo in the second half as well to get a couple of minutes in. Hey, I'm going to say it now. Come in and you'll have a Rabbi Matondo masterclass with a wonder goal from the edge of the box. Second half. There we go. I'll put that in there now. But I'm not feeling the stress that I was feeling against Motherwell, if you like, because I think Motherwell particularly in that first half against us should have been out of sight at points. Whereas I'm not getting that tonight. So we are a little bit more confident in our backline, I think. Suter has made a difference. Love him or loathe him, Suter's made a difference in that backline. It does seem a lot more settled and a little bit more balanced with him in the team. It couldn't really get much worse. The only way it would have got worse if De Gea had come back from the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit more control in this game. It's not so much a ping-pong game, like you say. The Motherwell game is a bit back and forward. We did control the first 12 minutes, I think, ish. I was like, we were on the front foot. Like I said, like me and Alex were saying in the pre-show, is to get that press and pace and go for them from the start. I thought we done that quite well the first 10 to 12 minutes, and then St Mirren come into it a little bit. But then I think we've been the better team for the majority of the first half. I think they had a little spell where we sat back, and I was thinking, are we just gonna sit back now and do that, where we just fall back and be under pressure? But we got out of that, and then obviously we got the goal. So I'm quite happy with the first half's. The first half 1-0 advantage. I think we should maybe had another one, but I think we'll be all right in the second half.
Yeah, if we keep doing what we have been doing. I mean, for me, it can be improved. For you, you're quite happy with it. But I think if we just improve on what we have done, I think the second goal, we need that second goal, though. Because St Mirren have now got, I mean, having Mandaron, was it Mandaron or what's his face that went off in the other one? Was that a Younger? But then they brought on Lunderloo, and Lunderloo's a handful and a danger. He proved that in the cup final against that lot. So he's a danger as well. But a little bit of housekeeping just quickly. Mark Taylor, 8138, member for a month. Well in. Keep going. Keep it going. And what have we got there? Yeah, Alex, you need to improve. Alex putting messages in the chat there. Yeah, we need to improve second half, particularly Alex. More slating of Ian Thompson for me, I think, would go a long way for Alex. He might even get man of the match. So there you go. And the thumbs up. Great Wall of Canada. I'm not denying that Younger is a lot better than Lunderloo, but I've been impressed with Lunderloo from what I've seen of him in certain games. So I'm glad that one of them's off and the other one's on, and that they're not playing together. But he's a strong unit. There was one little bit of frustration, and I was literally, my son's watching the game with me, 9-year-old, and he's wondering what the hell I'm talking about when I'm saying it, because he doesn't really get it, because he doesn't play throw-ins at his age at football. But there was one point we had a throw-in, and I'm not sure who it was, whether it was Chimiti or Asgard, who was Chimiti, or Gassama, who was free. Just stood acres of space all by himself in the final bit, just off the 18-yard box, and Raskin's going to take the throw-in, and he's sort of got the ball, and he's looking at him, and then he went, I'll go backwards. Whereas, not to talk about that lot across the city too much. But if that's them, they throw that ball directly to that person in front of them who's got acres of space to turn around. It really annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's a little negative, mate. I think it is a little negative in the first half, but I'm not getting drawn. I think overall, I don't know, maybe the chat will tell me I'm wrong, but I thought it was a reasonable performance in the first half. I'm not thinking it was a great performance, but it was good signs. We went from the off, and I think that's nullified the 3 big lumps they've got. I think that's nullified them in the first 45. The pace and the width that we've been trying on the attack is taking them out the game, I think, and they've not really offered much either going forward. So little things like that, it's like a moment of switching off. It's the safe option, like we've done. I'll go backwards, don't go for that pass. But I think the passing forward has been good as well. They've been looking for the razor edge passes forward rather than the safe pass going backwards. So overall, I'm quite happy. But obviously, like you say, we can improve. But I'm quite happy going into the second half. I think we could.
Oh no, overall happy.
1 or 2.
Overall happy with it. It was just that it's just that those little moments are massive in differences. If he takes that throw in quickly, he's in space. He can turn. He can run into that space and attack the goal. And we go. We'll go backwards because that's what they're used to doing, and it does really annoy me. There was one moment though, like you say, we are 1-0 up, but we should possibly be 2 because I'm not sure the goal would have actually counted had it gone in. But Shona saying it, we should be 2 up because Raskin missed a sitter. The ball goes down, and it's where Chimiti has done quite well. He's held that ball up, played it into Raskin. Raskin has taken a heavy touch. Not Raskin, whoever's played it into, because Raskin missed the sitter. Whoever's played it in, he's taken a heavy touch, played it across the box, and somehow Raskin's put it by the post.
Yeah, it was Gassama, I think it was. I thought the ball had went out. It was Gassama that cut it back across the pitch for him, but it's the whole ball that's out, and it's quite weird. You could have 99% of the ball out, and it's touching the line, and it's still in. So I don't know. It looked off to me, but it might have been chopped off if it went in. But I was a bit. That's what I mean. It's like that little split-second decision that could make us get the goal. So I'm quite happy. As I say, I'm happy with it. So that decision there, it might have went against us, but we didn't score it, so it doesn't matter. But we're still.
Yeah. Needless to say, though, if you're Raskin, you should be putting that away that close to go with the goal gaping. But whether it would have stood or not is we'll never know now. A little bit like Roof putting that ball in Seville. Was it in? Was it out? Did Kent miss a sitter? We'll never know because it just never happened. Townborough 92, watch longs usually members only. Usually it is, but tonight it is a public one because we do that from time to time. And tonight is one of those nights where it's been made as a public show for everyone, just in case there's anybody out there that wants to know what's happening. That's why we're doing it. Every now and again we will do that just to give people who don't know what members' content they're missing out on. So now they can see it and they can come and join in. But we did eventually, there was a string of corners that we got after Chimiti had gone off for a little bit of a head knock and then came back on, and weird things going on with the referee about players coming on and players going off and where they're going off from. String of corners, and then eventually we play a nice little short one that gets crossed in, a very good ball into the box, and there is Thelo Asgard all by himself, goal gaping, and a very astute header into the corner.
Yeah, it was a nice little bit of play there. I thought the pressure was building with the corners. I think we'd 3 in succession, and then obviously that third, like you say, was a little variation. Played it out, crossed it in, and the header was down to the ground, and it was nice goal. I was happy with that as well. So I think we deserved the goal. So, and the pressure's told. Like I say, I think we've been playing pretty well this first half. So I'm pleased with the application in this game. Has been what I was expecting. They've went from the start, I think. So we finally got our goal, and then obviously in the second half, let's get another one, put it to bed. Yeah,
that's what we're going, because I don't want to be sitting here the same as I was with Motherwell. Just like going, I've seen this too many times before, and the scars of Rangers past coming again to come and get me with a last minute equaliser or something like that. Particularly as at the moment the footballing gods are in our favour at the moment, so I'd like it to stay like that. So let's go out there that second half and get that second one. I don't see any changes at half time for this one. Do you? I think he's going to roll out the same team unless Chimiti's head knocks particularly bad. I assume it'll be the same 11.
Yeah, that was the only one I would have said if obviously he gets off at half-time and he doesn't feel right, then maybe he might be replaced. But I would put the same team out again, give them another 15, 20 minutes and then look to make changes if needed. Hopefully we get another goal within that time, and then that kind of settles us down. But I wouldn't, like you say, make changes. Maybe Big Soapy comes off, because how long is he going to do? Because he's just come back from an injury. So I don't know, do we really want to be playing him for 90 minutes? Probably not. You want to give him 60 minutes or something and then take him off.
Which links into this one quite nicely. That would have been the man ideally to come on and take his place, but he's not in the squad. His minutes are being managed, same way that Connor Barron is on the bench. His minutes are being managed as well. Sterling has missed a lot of football, so he's recently come back in, played a lot of football because of necessity. So he's out of the squad tonight to rest him up, I'm assuming with one eye on the weekend. So if he is going to come off, would that be Nsiala coming on, or do you bring another midfielder on and move Tav in, or do you bring Aarons on and put Tav into the centre-back role with Fernandez? We'll find it later on, but I'd imagine that I would like to think you bring Nsiala on and just keep it as it is and don't upset the apple cart.
Yeah, probably. You need to give the boy some minutes. So if we get a second goal or a third goal when the game looks comfortable, then bring him on and give him some time. But if it's looking a bit dicey and a bit tight, then he may move Tav in and then bring Aarons on. But for me, if Nsiala's good enough to be on the bench, then he's good enough to play. So you need to give the boy some time. So I think it'd be a straight swap for Nsiala for Suter for me. Otherwise, what's that saying to the boy if he can't get even on, and you're going to put a right back and centre back and bring another right back on to cover him? It's not going to look good for him. So I'd probably see Nsiala coming on, but keep it as is for at least 15, 20 minutes, and then take it from there.
Just before I move on to the last little subject before we get back into whenever the second half starts to kick off, Alex will be showing up in a minute. I can't bring the comment up from Charles because it's a full show tonight for the public. But he said, bring on Matondo at centre back because we can't do anything else with him. But Chimeti in that first half, I thought Chimeti overall was massively improved. I think is around the box, holding the ball up, bringing people into play, occupying the defenders. I think he's been superb that first half. Personally, I'm not going to go. He's not had any chances really to go for. He had that one on the spin, which was deflected over, which I think would have been on target. So overall, I think Chimeti's had a very, very good first half. So hopefully he comes out for the second half, because I'd hate for him to sort of pick up form and then end up having to come off. But Chimeti, for you, you've been all right for you in the first half?
Yeah, I've been impressed with him in the first half. Like you say, the hold-up play and the bringing other players into it has been good. And he's been limited in his shots. So he had that one, like you say, it probably was going on target. Whether it was going to go in or not was a different story. But I think that's the part of his game he needs to improve is shots and goals. Obviously, goal return for the money that has been paid from. But if he can bring other players into it and set up chances and we start getting goals coming from all over the place, it's probably... it'll be all right for me, but I think he definitely needs to pick up his goal contributions.
Yeah, well, I think that's been a thing for the season so far, isn't it? That Chimeti needs to up his goals. Hoping that one against Hearts is giving him his thing. But I'm getting the time in the background. Like I've got to wind up my Oscars speech. Alex is wanting back in for the start of the second half. I can't see a football screen, so because I'm in a different room. But I'm assuming that means that the players are coming back out. So we'll hand you back over to Alex, and I will be back at full time for your reaction as well. Is that with you, Alex, and somebody else?
Me, you, and Andrew, my friend, will be back for your reaction. I mean, I'm giving you the top clock because we're already a minute and a half into the second half. I'm like, come on, hurry up.
Yeah, you can jump straight back in if we're a minute and a half into the second half.
No, it's all right. But yeah, we will be back as soon as the final whistle goes. Ian and Andrew will be back for the second half, and they will take us through the reaction. Mark, as always, mate, thank you again for helping out today on the build-up and half-time. And Ian, I will see yourself at full-time. So, lads, go enjoy the second half, and I'll get yous for the remainder of the game. Thanks very much. Look at that. That just so professional. I'm telling you, just so professional here on the Rabble. Right. What have I done right here? I'm on the wrong screen. Is that one there? There we go. Look at that. Try to be nice to the boys, as. Oh, great save there from Butland. And it's out for a corner, but the flag has gone up. Oh, my God. Oh, no, Andrew, do you know what? I will do that right now. I will get you this link sent right now. But exactly, Stuart. A bit of professionalism back in the building, but it's good to get a chat with other boys as well. But I mean, that was silly defending there from Rangers. No making it easy at all, and almost gifting a goal to Motherwell. So why have I got Motherwell in the heat? St Mirren in the heat. Let's get this sorted out. Oh my God. My phone is deciding to just be a pain in the backside, as Rangers are almost struggling in this second half. It's not a good thing to be watching here. They are very much. Right, we're going to move that the other now. Keep it friendly, or you'll both be timed out. Aye, lads, come on. Keep it friendly in the comments. We don't want to be timing folk out for it. Well, that's it. You know, I've got Mother on the heat because I'm supporting Motherwell. That's what it is. Thank you very much for the reminder for that one. I've got the power of grief for running over with Martin at half time recently. No, Dougal will be getting such grief. Don't you worry, Thompson. He will get it as soon as we get back on. I will give him the grief. Dems, I am on 48 minutes 15 seconds. So I am just trying to find. Nah, I'll have to go this way. Sorry about this, folks. The professionals here as always. Right, let me get one of these. There he is there. That's the man I'm looking for. Message. Come on. As this Butland, it's like much. I'm telling you, I don't get what we were doing at the start of that second half there. I don't get why we were just so slow. Andrew, my friend, that is the link being sent to you for the reaction. So the reaction will be bang on full time as the St Mirren players are throwing themselves about, and that should be Declan John's going to keep it in here. Diamande just not even putting a foot in. Listen, I didn't want to interrupt you, Dougal, but I get off the screen when they get teams out. Shocking behaviour. Diamande trying to get us forward here and just runs into trouble. Manages to keep the ball though. Out to Chermiti. Chermiti not knowing where to go. In the middle to Gisama. Asgard against Gogic. He does well. He just loses the ball. Unlucky. Gogic managed to hold two of us off there. Just showed how poor we are in the tackle sometimes. Shocking. No need for the name calling in the chat. Let's have a good time. It's all anxiety tomorrow after. Exactly. Beat Bop. We need to be keeping this civil. Alex had watched Chelsea destroy Newcastle last time. We did good. We also went to a few Rangers games. My Uncle Derek, a Rangers fan, he said Rangers not doing well and teams are back on track. Gary, the issue is that we're not playing particularly well, but we are getting results, and we need to just be keeping that going. Do you risk Barron right now? I don't know, Stuart. I don't know. Match fitness will help Chermiti performances. He was injured almost 2 years at Everton, hence no goals for them. I mean, we just need to be getting this actually playing. Great takedown from Chermiti there. That's actually brilliant play from Chermiti there. But he loves to force himself out wide. Chermiti to Gisama. Gisama in the middle. Gisama, that is unlucky, and it is blocked and out for a Rangers corner. My own opinion, it should be members only. What do you mean, Arlene? Because the chat should be members only. This is a public show. You need to remember that. So let's just be a bit civil in the chat. I'm no taking sides. I'm not picking on anybody. Just we need to be keeping folks civil, don't we? I don't know why Chermiti's going out wide there. In all honesty, Tav ball in the middle again. Rangers player down there. Diamande puts it out wide here. Can we get a ball in? Ball in the middle. And it's in again! Emmanuel Fernandez makes it 2-0 to Rangers. Emmanuel Fernandez makes it 2-0. The ball goes through the legs of Shamal George, and it is Rangers 2, St Mirren 0. What is Shamal George doing there? The ball is right at him, and it goes through the legs. Emmanuel Fernandez complaining that he's obviously taken a sore one to the mouth as well. The mouth is covered in blood, but he still gets the touch on, and it goes through the legs of Shamal George. But as it stands, it is Rangers 2, St Mirren 0. What a quick start this has been to the second half. Fernandes needs to be a striker from now on. I'm telling you, needs to be the striker. Right, because this is just going to keep going now. So let's go here, and we'll mute this. Sorry, lads. Going to mute you now. Mute. Swing that, but I'll get it run ahead. Come on, get it run. No subs so far. But it is 2-0, Wally. Rangers 2, St Mirren 0. Asgard and Emmanuel Fernandes. Exactly, Paul. You've got it right so far. Just keep it going now. I actually think Fernandes was complaining of a foul before the goal. And obviously the ball came back in and he taps it in the net. But Fernandes just showing that he can score more than our strikers can. We need a cushion. Fully need a cushion. It's going to hold up play from Chimeti to get us the corner that then started the move for it. But what it's now going to do is it's going to mean that they have to start coming out now. How is that not a free kick? Raskinstein, I see a head there. He's still down holding his head. Gassama out wide. He's done great against Marcus Fraser. Declan John there. I'm getting excited. It shows important pepping in the box and having bodies there. Would you like to see Fernandes stay in the team? I do think I would like to see Fernandes stay in the team. I think he's shown he's got the ability to defend and get goals for us. So I do think he needs to be there. Is it maybe Connor Goldson with the most goals? Football gods, if you're listening, a few more goals for the home team tonight. Please. No, we're definitely not out of the woods yet, Benidorm. Golden boot for Fernandes. St Mirren players are now, and they're now battering our players. Yep. Tell me, Charles Goff. I can hear the helicopter. It's changing direction. Is Mr. Cameron on the bench tonight? Your bench is Kelly, Inciala, Aarons, Barron, Cameron, Danilo, Curtis, Dowell, and Matondo. I would like to see, maybe for Asgard, get Lyle Cameron on. Card coming out here. It's just no intent to even get the ball there. Gogic is definitely getting found out in the centre mid position here. Some result of this finishes 2-0 or more at 100%. Who needs new players? We can win the league with what we have after giving them all 100 points starting. I love it. I don't even think he's never managed a top flight game, this referee. Excuse me. No complacency or shutting up shop now. No, well, the thing is, look at what St Mirren are doing. They're coming out now. They know they have to. They're going to have to attack. They're going to leave the gaps. And we literally need to be pressuring them as much as we can. Manny's a threat, by the way, especially from... he's always going to be a threat. Always. We need to be silencing. Definitely we do. St Mirren getting found out short. And well, St Mirren are. It's changing direction. Ref was fast track just for this game. Just for this game. We need to keep pushing forward as Hibs go 1-0 up against Aberdeen. Can't believe they're losing. I can, because St Mirren are, not St Mirren, Motherwell are showing that they're a good team. If you're new to the channel, you're in for some fun. It has been said in the comments.
This Rabble Network production was brought to you by Skush, Journey's fave. Need to give someone a wash? And remember, run that line and Skush. It's Journey's fave.
It was said in the comments. It was. We're showing that we're going to be in a good position for Saturday, 100%. We just need to be getting goals, centre backs, full backs, goalie. I don't care. Just get a goal. Picks his nose when they scoot. Shut up. No chance. No tactic change from St Mirren. Does Martin still want the St Mirren boss at Ibrox? Of course he does. Do not dare slate Stephen Robinson. Do not do it. Just think we could move to level points with them if that result stay the same tonight and we win on Saturday. We could. No answer, Martin Slippers. Definitely not, mate. Definitely not. Make up your mind, Motherwell. Listen, the mind's gone, Paul. Fully gone. Somebody's just banking. Hope it's the TFC. Just heard Martin is in line for the Columbus. I saw that. Mental that Russell Martin's in line for the Columbus crew job. How many times will that get played on Saturday? Once, my friend. Once and once only. That's it all. It's only a one-time thing. Just taking the it's all good, mate. I can't think of mine he'd anyway. It's all right. Martin would do an advert and he would get those slippers on as many adverts as he could. Let's not lie here. Let's not lie. Oh, Derek, I feel sorry for you, mate. Columbus Crew's your local team and you're getting Russell Martin. Oh, I feel sorry for you. A terrible Aberdeen and a rotten Livy dug meat. Oh, they are dug meat, they are, and they've shown it. But it just shows that how bad we are as well, though. Doesn't it? It shows how bad we've been. And look at the difference it would have been calling the match. I am calling the match. What do you mean? I am calling the match. We've just fed it through to Ndula here. Good recovery. Raskin getting out wide. I can't win here. Read the comments. Don't read the comments. Call the match. Don't call the match. I can't win. Magoma getting it cleared there. Just fought. Whoa, Gogic with a high boot there. Surely, and that's surely a yellow card for a pullback. Marcus Fraser ripping back Diamande there as he tries to get forward. Right, I'll tell you the other scores, my friend. So, Dundee United 1, Dundee 1, sorry, Kilmarnock 1, Hibs 1, Aberdeen 0, Livy 0, Dundee United 1, Rangers 2, St Mirren 0, Motherwell 1, Celtic 0. That is the scores and the doors. Finish the sense the whole team know what they're doing tonight, apart from Mohamed Diamande. That is the one man that doesn't. You have to ask where we'd be if they appointed role before Martin. Oh, we would have been top of the league. It's without a shadow of a doubt. That's exactly where we'd have been. I'll be Fat Ek, right? That's my name anyway. Come on, I'll be a Fat Ek tonight. I'm back. Can I get another shout out, please? I've been trying to get a shout out by every streamer, but they just say go away. Aidan, as long as you can comment some stuff, my friend, you will get a shout out. But there's just putting a comment asking for a shout out, it's not going to get you on. There has to be some substance to your comment to be getting it out. But I do hope there's going to be more goals. Okay, match mate, come on. Ball here on the edge of the box for them. Top. Where would they definitely been top? And Diamande is the man. Ball whipped in. Cleared there by Tav. Chimiti just trying to get his body in. Chimiti's going to take it away. That's surely another foul referee. I know hands on top of him. How is that not a foul? So he pulls Chimiti down and then he literally falls on top of him. And it's not a foul. In anything about the game, pal, we'll get us. You haven't done even shot. You're getting no traffic reports. Come on. Mohamed Diamande eats muchen tuchen. He does. And with the fizzy bubble that Fraser has, he does. Marcus Fraser hates us. Exactly, Sniper. Aidan, you just keep saying like what. Just you need to be commentating on the game, pal. But I can see that the ref is definitely losing the plot here. He's a shout out for Eden. He's not trigger happy with the calls, but come on, the fouls are there. You're so calm. I'm usually jumping and shouting at the TV. Listen, if you go back and watch a few of the other watch alongs I've done, the composure is definitely something that does not stay with me. Alan Paso de Souza says it's 2-1. Well, I mean, the ball's with the goalie right now, so I'll be wondering if they got it. Martin he's definitely missing out. That's why he's in his bed, mate. In his bed saying he's ill. Shamal George here with a free kick. Punts it long for St Mirren. Comes all the way through. Declan John. Ball in. Right to the back post. Fernandez tries to get it clear. Magoma punts that long. Diamande just slow and play down again, but nobody, in his fairness, wants to get forward now. Mikey Moore. Oh, Mikey Moore just mugging him off there. Gisama's busting a gut through the middle and he doesn't even give it to him. Mikey Moore slowed that down far too much there. Gassama busted a gut through the middle and decided not to give it to him. Yeah, Beatbot, I agree with you. They're two great players that could easily get into our team. I just wonder if they're going to be like the one season wonders and they actually wouldn't cope coming to Rangers. We've seen that a few times, but just need to wait and see. The answer to the centre back and goals question is a case of not seeing the woods for the trees. The answer is James Henry. The ref related to Nick Walsh. Oh, Jesus. I thought, Dougal's never trying EAFC. Amazon run out of inflatable sharks. Missed the second goal with shaving my dome. It was a good goal, Sniggin. It was. Anyone warming up on the sidelines? Not that I can see, to be fair. A few of the boys have been called back, so I wonder if we're going to get any subs quickly. I would like to see a bit of a change in the midfield. Maybe get Chimeti off. His hold-up play has been pretty good. But it's just a case of a shout out for wee Jamie Lee. I've not got any tape. I'd be taping myself up if I were getting a wee shout out for Jamie Lee. Right, corner here for St Mirren. We went tonight and they lose. Oh, makes Saturday mean everything. I'm telling you, everything. Right, corner here for St Mirren. Ball whipped in the middle. Asgard just staring at it, but it is cleared. I bought FC26 for the boy. He was playing it. That's his excuse. Too many. He doesn't like to do a lot of subs in the one go. Danny Rowe, he likes to spread them out a bit. Get Matondo on. Why not? Asgard getting stuck in. Maybe that goal's invigorated him a wee bit. That's unlucky from Chimeti. We need to keep it tight, but a third goal just absolutely kills this game for St Mirren. The barriers will be out in full flow. Old Santa will be booed again for the next couple of years. I get Matondo on for this one. Every goal, 2 years for 28k a week. Jesus. Get him on. 100% it has to be one eye on Saturday. Has to be. Get Cameron Matondo on, take Dio and Gassama off. I don't think that's a bad sub. I really don't think it is. I think getting on Cameron gives Asgard that bit of a break. Dio, sorry, a bit of a break. But also getting Gassama off just gives that a bit of pace in Matondo. Tries to get some minutes under his legs. We're still winning 2-0. There's what, about 25 minutes left? Why not? Calling up. Ball whipped in edge of the box here. Going for it from distance. Appealing there. Just threw himself to the ground. I don't even think the St Mirren player wanted to appeal for that. Gassama tried to get stuck in with a challenge there, but Ayunga had time to go round there. I think it was Ayunga. Raskin defending there. That's surely a push. That should be a free kick. And it is. It's a free kick to Rangers. I couldn't actually tell you if Matondo's been playing in the reserves. Watch-alongs are usually members only. They usually are. Asgard hasn't really put a foot wrong. Are we maybe seeing a change for the better for Asgard? I think we are. I do think we are. He's finally took that braids out, isn't he? Who's your man of the match? See, to be fair, that a lot of shouts for Thilo Asgard, and I don't think he's had a bad game in all honesty. For me, though, I think it's Emmanuel Fernandez. He's done his job at the back, got a goal, been an absolute unit. I don't think he's put a foot wrong, and he's actually done a lot just to defend. So, for me, it's probably Emmanuel Fernandez. No way is it 2-0. It is 2-0 Motherwell. What is going on, by the way? Suitors look good. Aye, he does. It's 2-0 Motherwell, man. Jesus. Elliot Watt with a goal for my God, man. What is going on at Fir Park? What is going on at Fir Park? Gallant's shown us man of the match, aye. Elliot Watt scored for Motherwell. Members are raging, the riff-raff are in. Calm down. Hi, I'm no raging. I'm loving the fact that there's so many folk here tonight actually enjoying this game. The fact that we're just getting so many numbers tonight, I am really not complaining in the slightest. Asgard probably will be our man of the match. He probably will be. Motherwell going absolutely tonto. 6 points of separation, touching the distance. Listen, we all said that we were out of this. We said that we weren't going to catch them when we lost to Hearts. Well, look what 1 week does to you, because now we're only 3 points behind, and it's going to be all to play for on Saturday. Ball whipped in, cleared away by Suter to Asgard. And they are fuming with this referee, by the way. Fuming. Beating Motherwell isn't for everyone. The point is that it's a channel to be here talking about Rangers. And if you're a member, you're not a member, drop us a like. Consider becoming a member, subscribing to the channel. Just get a bit of time here as Max Aarons is coming on for Mikey Moore. What? Why is Mikey Moore coming off? Why is he taking off Mikey Moore? Why would you? Right, so Barron's coming on. I think we're shutting up shop, by the way. I think we're shutting up shop here because Asgard and Mikey Moore have come off for Barron and for Max Aarons. I mean, Stropey's a shout as well, by the way. Right, let's see. So I'm going to say that Barron goes in here. This is the fun part. This is where I start messing about. Barron goes in there. Diomande goes in there. I think it'll be Gassama on this side. This is the fun part, so I'm trying to mess about with the graphics now. Gassama on that side. I think he'll be pushed up, so it'll be him there, and then back here will be Orange. There we go. Right, hi. Don't shout at him if it's wrong, right? But this is just because I can't be bothered trying to mess about with formations when the graphics on the go. So we're just doing that, right? Oh, I don't think I did that properly, by the way. We'll have to do that again. There we go. There we go. Protecting a lone player. Listen, we're protecting all our players realistically. Even we have to keep them, don't we? Right, let's do this and this, and here's where we get the pelters, right? Because this is what I've done with the graphic, which is kind of about messing with our formation. So that's what we're now playing, right? That's what we're playing. Telling you, the fact that we are only 3 goals behind them as well in goal difference just shows how close this is. Gassama driving forward here. Oh, what a save by Shamal George. That was a save by Shamal George. It's definitely a tactical change for Saturday in mind. Has to be. There is about 20 minutes left. Tyler, you're 100% right. But we are smelling goals here. Gassama powering forward. I think it takes a slight deflection. Alex, we should, or you should, do a player rating 1 to 10 near the end of the game as that a spark debate. No chance, someone. I am not getting the pelters for that. No chance. Now, this is all the teams that haven't played, so this puts everybody on the level games tonight. I think this puts everybody on 19. No, it doesn't, because I don't know why they're not playing. Are they playing tomorrow? No. Bit of a weird one, they're not playing. That's some ball in, by the way. Oh. Third would just put icing on the cake. It really would. I'd like to see Cameron get on in 5 minutes. I'd like to see him maybe get on for Diamande. It would just help us out getting him on. Dio's definitely not starting the weekend. It was an unlucky strike for Gassama to hit, the fact they took the deflection. Aye, because we've obviously got to play them back-to-back, Aberdeen, don't we? You may well have to say that that step-by-step role is putting a smile back into our play despite the limitations. 100%. He's definitely putting it back there with bang average players. If he gets a bit of budget, I wonder what he could do there to actually get us playing with a bit of a spring in our step. Really? So we could see a few of them maybe getting a wee a wee suspension, especially two of the starters at least. I don't know how he's... Oh, where is Chermiti, man? That's where he should be in that position. I don't know how Rose managed to get us into the title race with the bang average players we've got. It's brave to not start Sterling, but you've also got to save him so that he's at full fitness to maybe have to play a 90 on Saturday. Oh, Tav there, just doing his defensive duties at the back post. Do you think we will start recruiting straight away come the first? I think we do. I think come the first, all the talk already of us looking at players, I think come the first, we start recruiting instantly. Chermiti is holding that ball up for fun, by the way. Alex, do you know you've not put it live on Patreon? That's the boss man. That is the boss man. Usually I'm right on the Patreon with it, but he said nah. He said to keep it what it is. If the January business is done correctly, imagine what even still with a limited squad we can achieve a league and a cup. You'd be interested to see if that would be the case. Dio's just killing moves left, right, and centre there now. What are we looking at here? What's VAR looking at? VAR's looking at something here, by the way. What's VAR looking at? A potential handball. So who's this handball against? Surely that is not the handball they're looking at. Surely not. Where is Fernandes meant to put his arm there? And he's sending him to the monitor, by the way, for Emmanuel Fernandes. How is that a penalty? How is that going to be wow. He's actually been sent to the monitor to look at this here. Right. Where is he supposed to put his arms there? He doesn't make himself bigger. There's no conclusive angle to tell you that hits him in the chest, by the way. How can you tell that doesn't hit him in the chest? You can't even tell that doesn't hit him in the chest. No way do you give that as a penalty. Here he goes. Penalty, St Mirren. Penalty, St Mirren. With about 15 left to go, penalty to St Mirren. So he says that Jayden Magoma has handled the ball and it's now a penalty to St Mirren. That is a joke. That is a joke. That is a soft penalty. Where is he supposed to put his arm there? His arm's tucked in. But beating is the one on VAR, you're right. Further beating's there. Same old. It's not tucked in, but you can't be telling me that's not hit him in the stomach. Let's see. Marcus Fraser steps up against Jack Butland. And Butland saves it! Come on, Super Jack Butland! Come on! Super Jack Butland keeps it out, and justice has been... Come on! Justice has been served there. Never a penalty. And Jack Butland just goes, nah. Oh, here we go. But now that they're checking it again, saying he's off his line. Nope. Corner has been given. He was thinking about it. He was thinking. I do want him dropped. Shut up, Thompson. Get out of the chat. Time him out, please. But let's see. The boss man has said that we are now live on Patreon, so let's get that one up to it. Because, well, corner in here. That'll be a penalty take because he fell on his arse. Right, let's get this. Join this. Super Jack Butland is in goal, folks. And, as always, we are now live on Patreon after, how long? After 2 hours and 10 minutes, we are live on Patreon. So it's all right. Dear Mandy just slowing us down again there. Do you forget that we're literally just saved a penalty? Like, come on, man. Is it a penalty because... oh, they're literally greeting for it. But Make sure you do a segment on that penalty at the reaction. That was shocking. Oh, that will be talked about. 100% it will be. Kisama. Oh, that's a penalty. How's that not a penalty? Max Aarons. Ball whipped in. Oh, Gogic closed it as far as Aarons. Back to Barron. Barron getting closed down there. Aarons. We're just starting to tease them a wee bit here now. Justice has been served with a Butland banquet. Stuart Robinson, welcome in, my friend. On the old Patreon, welcome in. I'm having a great night. A big save coming. Exactly, that is 100% right, Stuart. That is a big save coming the end of the season. Nico Raskin with a switch out wide to Magoma. Magoma back to Raskin. Raskin trying to take on his man, create a bit of space here. He's found Gassama though. Gassama just loses it. Back to Magoma though. Barron on the edge of the box. He thought about it. To Diamande. Chermiti. Nips it over the top to Max Aarons. Holds it up. Max Aarons. Have a pop. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Don't have a pop. That's why refs don't give pens against us. What's the point? Butland will just save it anyway. Exactly, mate. Exactly. And Mr. Ian T, it is Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 0. Get Curtis on, get Cameron on, and get Matondo on. Martin Skyman in his bed, mate. Chermiti, he deserves one of them tonight. Chermiti has done very well tonight. He definitely deserves one of them. And John Suter also going off as well. So we have Inciala coming on for Suter. And who came on up top? It was Danilo. Danilo. I think Chermiti did a pretty decent job tonight. Yes, he didn't get the goal, but I think he did a pretty decent job. And Alex, what did I say about Villa not getting 3 points? Oh, listen, a broken clock is right twice a day, my friend. That's all I'll say to that one. There we go. He needed the minutes, definitely. To be fair, Chimay showed that players been decent tonight. Yet Chimay hasn't scored, which is his reason for being twice every hour in my case. You wish, mate. Come on. We need Danilo to add on. This must be with it's got to be Saturday in mind now. It's got to be. It's literally got to be a stage where we are just thinking about Saturday now. 2-1 in what game? Benidorm, because it's no 2-1 in our game. It's 2-0. Oh, what? What? When did... Right, that is definitely no me messing about with that graphics, by the way. So let's get that. Thank you very much for bringing that up, because it's no the 2-1. That's all melting in the back room with that one. That's melting. Pulling them up for that one, because I've no touched that. I made it 2-0. So what's going on there? There we go. 2-0. It's no me. That's no me. No me. I'm telling you. Nah. Right, I'm away. I'll mute myself. I'm away. Right. Jesus. I know. They keep saying 2-1 because I put the graphics 2-1. That's why. It's all right. Oh, what a save that is from Butland. I jinxed it. There's the 2-1 there. I jinxed it. Aye. I jinxed it. 2-1. Great save from Butland, but he just palms it straight to them. The offside flags went up, by the way. The offside flags went up. The flag has went up, by the way. Need to see this again. Why is it? So Merton posting spoilers. Exactly. Martin spoiling, that's who it was, Paul. Martin spoiling. It's definitely not. It's not a foul. It's not offside. There's somebody on the line. It'd be interesting to see this because the referee gives it, but now I don't see how we can be offside because. Listen, Stuart, blame me, Taylor. It's all right. Martin spoiled it. They're giving it offside. And the goal has been awarded. It is 2-1. Van Melton. Right, the 2-1's back up. There you go. Remember when Ian did that? Shocking, isn't it? Who are we passing it to there? Literally, the fact that Butland passed it back to him, but literally awarded the chance to have the second header, just shows how slow we were to even react to that there. Raskin, that's a good ball through the middle. Nope, Diamandi can't even get close to it. So now there's a bit of confidence here for St Mirren. Excuse me. That's a good wee touch there for Conor Barron. And Seattle just punched that away. And we've lost the shape, by the way. We've definitely lost the shape. There's about 10 minutes to go. Benidorm. No need to shout. No need to shout. Biscuit last time. Jesus. I think that's why Stelling's been rested so that Tav isn't playing. I genuinely think so. Butland, you need to come for that. Ah, exactly. It does come from Tav messing about. Boz. Oh, we need to be careful with the subs now, but there's still about 10 to go. Well, I mean, we've got about, I'd say 10 minutes to go with injury time. They've got 15 plus whatever's going to be added on for the injury time. So plenty of time to go in their game. But I can't see them scoring. Barron's just mugged them off there, by the way. Mugged them off. I think that this Rangers team, with the looks of it, they've got to the point where they've gone, well, we're 2-0 up. We can just have a kick about now. And St Mirren have went, well, we'll just show you why you shouldn't be. We've lost all sort of tempo getting forward. Danilo's done well there, though. Into Diamandi. Diamandi to Aarons. Aarons with the ball in the middle. Again, nobody there, though. Diamandi falling over his own feet. Tav just trying to keep Mander on it. They've done well. 3-0 up at Livy. Jesus. Time for some pace up front. That way we can counter-attack if necessary. 100%. Struggle if we don't be careful. Nervous because Captain Untouchable put us in danger as usual. Your mic's gone. Has my mic gone? Can you still hear me? Blue Man is saying my mic's gone. All right, okay. Crap myself. Need to watch what we're doing here. Ball in the middle. That is clever from Gassama there, by the way. Clever from Gassama. Yeah, we have to show it here. We have to show the character here. We do. Score shown 2-1 down there, my friend. You might need to refresh your page. You might have fell back because it's definitely shown 2-1. A few changes here for St Mirren. Maybe try and get the attack going for themselves. This ref is so bad, he doesn't know. Near that, mate. It's all right. I could be a ref. My horse is making buttons, says Stuart on the Patreon. Oh, It'll be about 5 minutes. Are you getting sponsored by Monster? I wish, my friend, if I was sponsored by Monster, I'd be loving it too. I reckon there's maybe about 3 or 4 minutes added on time. What's interesting is Ndulu, who came on, has just been subbed off. Been a bit of fun tonight, pal. Nice one. I'll be tuning in more often, thanks. Appreciate that, James, buddy. Thanks very much. I might speak to the old boss man and see if we can do more of these public, because I think they're a great laugh. Saeed and Watt. I think Elliot Watt would be good in the midfield, but he was very, very, very poor in League One down south. And then obviously came up and he's done pretty well for Motherwell. But they literally subbed him on at the 37th minute and they've subbed him straight back off at the 87th minute. Rangers just getting a bit of a tippy-tappy football now. They need to be switching on because we're giving St Mirren the confidence here. Max Aarons. Oh, there was 2 bites of the cherry there of Max Aarons. Come on, referee. All the members are like, what? Exactly, they're raging. Sterling's not injured, mate. No, he is just been rested. I think he's probably been rested for Saturday's game. But he's definitely not injured, no. I was making it 2-0 against the Sheep, they are. Definitely squeaky bum time. Definitely. I have £100 half-time, full-time. Well, Dean, fingers crossed, mate, that comes up for you. I don't think we will see Curtis and Cameron because we've used 4 of our subs, so we've only got 1 left. Listen, I think bringing off Suter and Chimiti was the wrong call because NCL and Danilo haven't done anything. JR Gonzalez, game over. The man of the match tonight was, I'm still sticking with Manuel Fernandez, but Asgard has done enough that he probably could be in that chat as well. Hopefully we'll get a result over and massive improvements. I think so. 90th minute with it. I'm putting money on us winning 3-1 on Saturday. Made a rare prediction, and I think he might be spot on. Could be a thing that comes true. Butland all day. I mean, for the penalty save, you probably do give it to Butland, don't you? You probably do give it to Butland just for the penalty save. It's got to be. Chimiti man of the match. Right, Yusuf Chimiti was given man of the match by Rangers TV. The Dark Arts time has to be coming out here. 4 minutes, by the way. 4 minutes. No, listen, Tav has been shocking. So Finlay Curtis getting on for the last 4 minutes of the game. Who is he replacing? Diamande. So we get to see Finlay Curtis for a rare cameo at the end of the game. Let's get that sorted. That one. Oh, right, okay. Cammy Bell gave it. He was unlucky with a goal as well. Made a great initial save. Barron got out muscled at the back stick. Wait and see if I push forward now that Curtis is on. Watched Rabble since it started from day one. Just never been a member for one reason or another. And that's a choice, though, Albert's in it. And it's not like you can become a member. You don't need to. You can still watch the content. There's loads here. So just get involved, my friend, as always. Curtis is a great wee player. And I agree with you, Casey. I think he's a great wee player. The clock's definitely gone back the way, by the way. It's definitely gone back the way. Danilo chasing this. Chasing it. Mandaron kicks it long, but 2.5 minutes to go. 2.5 to go. Ball went forward here. Tav just clearing it long again, out for a Motherwell throw. We cut us to score would be great at the end here. So about 2 minutes. The ball's in Motherwell's half. They've got a throw. Let's just wait and see. Time check. 92 minutes. Clock's definitely going slow. I wouldn't be opposed to Curtis going out on loan. I do think we could see him go out on loan. He's not going to get game time here, is he? So I don't see it's a bad thing going out on loan. We're getting out muscle in the midfield here, but Danilo's doing... Oh, Gogic just gets the deftest a wee touch on that. Gets us forward. Tav. Surely it's a handball. Don't switch off, though. Jesus Christ. Tav getting out to clear the ball. Ball comes in. Surely that's a free kick to Rangers, and it is. Just waste as much time as they can. Telling you. Great there. Just putting the body in. Raskin just a bit of the dark arts there, getting his body in the way. And buys Rangers a free kick. There's not a phone in, Sniper. It's straight to the action, my friend. So as soon as the final whistle goes, we'll be joined by Ian and Andrew, and we will be going straight into the reaction. So I don't know if it's St Mirren we're playing, but I don't know if it's St Mirren or Motherwell. I keep getting it wrong all bloody game, but it is definitely St Mirren we are playing. I mean, it should be a card. Do me a favour and look at Pedro Felipe. I'll have a wee look, mate. I definitely will, Alison. I'll have a wee look. Butland just punting this right up to the corner. Barron against Gogic is never winning that header. That's a Rangers throw. Doing well again. Just to waste that bit of time. There's about 20 seconds to go, my friend. Yeah, it's brilliant. The reaction is... Right, let's... Whipped up here. That should be another... Oh, Rangers are just using the dark arts to an absolute T, by the way. It's a free kick on the edge of the box to Rangers, the edge of the St Mirren box. It's not even a free kick. He's given the throw in. So he said it was a free kick, and then he gives the throw in. Ball thrown in. Surely that's the whistle now, ref. Nope, he's letting St Mirren continue to attack. They're continuing to attack. They're coming down the line. Punted up by Nsiala. High and long by Nsiala here. We're about 30 seconds over the 4 minutes added on. St Mirren's still getting to attack. And, the flag has went up for offside. And there is the final whistle. So it has finished. Rangers 2, St Mirren 1. Love it. Bring on Saturday. You've got to see it. The way we won that game out there, the way we actually played just to get the win, you've got to say, well in to Rangers. Danny Rowe is taking this team stride after stride. Just love to see it. Such a good game. Butland probably has to be given man of the match. He's got to be. I know I said it was probably Chimiti. It was Chimiti. No, I didn't. I said it was Asgard and Fernandez, but my God, it has got to be Jack Butland. And no, it is not full time at Motherwell. They have still got about 5 to 10 minutes to go. Bring on Saturday. That's all I will say. Rangers are very, very short of players, but we need to be getting players in as quickly as we can. As soon as we get Andrew in the studio, we will go straight to the reaction. But for the watch along section, I will just say thank you very much, folks, again for joining me. This has been an absolute pleasure to be with each and every one of you on a public show. The numbers have been crazy tonight. Stephen, sorry it took so long on the old Patreon to get you involved. Stuart, even, not Stephen, Stuart, thank you very much for joining us. And Kirsty, let's hope that they continue to get beat 2-0 over on the Patreon. I'm off, lads. Stuart, I've just got Stuart in my head. Chaz, catch you later, mate. But we will get to the reaction as soon as we can. But thank you very much to each and every one of you for joining me tonight. It has been a great game for a change. We're actually sitting here happy we've got the 2-0, and we just need to. I've been on for too long. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I need my bed. The fact that we got the 2-1 victory, it just shows. And we're waiting on Andrew joining us as soon as he can. But while he's in the background, we may as well bring in our very own Hamish. Hamish, you good to come in, my friend? Give us a wee thumbs up when you're ready. Ah, there he is. Big Hamish. Hamish, how are you, mate?
Oh, well, Better. They don't have to put you through it, do they? Jesus Christ. A nice on easy street, and then, you know what? Let's just throw one in for a laugh. How important is that Butland save?
We'll just sprinkle in the squeaky bum time. Why not? Because it just showed. Listen, we'll get and talk about all the action as it happened, but the fact that we can actually sit here and say that we got the 3 points again, I think it's mental. That Danny Rowe is now 11 games, 8 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat, with what folk will say is a pretty average squad. Thank you very much, Alison. We'll catch you later, my friend. This will be a public show, so the numbers might be a bit mad. The comments are going to be flying in. Hamish, I'll try my best to keep on top of them as well, but I'm going to give Mr. Redrock a wee message and see if he's joining. Let me see.
So, we're in the last minute at Fir Park as well, so that should be a good night all round.
It should be. While we wait on Andrew, then we'll get on with the reaction, and we will. Oh, it's not a link; it's just text. Yeah, you just click it, Andrew. Just click it, and it should just take you. The link is above it, so click on that link, and it'll take you straight in. I don't know how else to send it to you. To be fair, if Martin's still watching, send it. What I'll do is I will also put it in the main chat. But when you look at it, Ian, I think you've got to say that it's a very good result for Rangers. There was a lot of critics with some of the players tonight, but I think one man that probably did a lot to call folk out was Thilo Asgard.
Yeah, I mean, Asgard, again, 2 goals, 2 games. You can't ask any more of the man, to be fair. He does. I think he's just got this sort of lackadaisical style that it looks like he's not doing a lot. It doesn't look like he's moving a great deal. It doesn't look like he's got any speed about him or what's going on around him, but he's effective. He drifts into that space, and I think he's shown it the last couple of games. He's been played in his preferred position as well, and it's showing. Maybe loosening the tightness of the cornrows on the head as well might have helped. I don't know, but it's definitely shown in the last 2 games that there's a player in there. I mean, he missed his pre-season, and we're all very quick to judge, particularly the starts of the season we've had. But hopefully we're now beginning to see the Asgard we all hoped we were going to see from what we got when he came into the club and what we all watched on YouTube.
No, definitely. And I mean, Andrew, welcome in, my friend. Welcome for joining.
You're all right, mate. ENT got you at the shit.
There you go. Listen, I put comments and links everywhere, mate. So it's all good.
Kidding,
But,
I'm only kidding.
What do you make of
More
the?
me than you, Alec, to be fair.
Blame me, and it's all right. Blame me, and it's fine. Not this Ian Thompson that's not here. What do you make of that result then?
It's a great result. Obviously, as we've all been saying for weeks, and I think me and Ian said a few weeks ago as well, if we could thunder out of Ibrox out of any other ground and get away with 3 points, we march forward. That's what we do. You know, I thought we could have had a couple of more goals, to be honest. I thought we looked very, very fresh for the first 25 minutes. I think I said earlier in the day, we need to get out there at pace and get at them. And that's exactly what we did, I believe. You know, certainly in the first 15 to 20, we got in about them. And, you know, as it has to be said, great penalty saved by Butland. You know, we criticised him the other day, but he's kept us in it there. The goal at the end, I thought we'd switched off a wee bit. But we've got away from Ibrox with 3 points. We move on to them across the city. And, you know, they've been humped tonight. So let's hope their heads are down the toilet and we get in about them come the weekend, you know what I mean, and get them done. Because that's going to make a huge difference. 9 points on the bounce. Come on. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's going to be a massive game now Saturday, Ian. But I want to get your opinion on the penalty for yourself, and Andrew, feel free to chip in as well. Ian, do you think it was the right call that it was a penalty against Jada Magoma?
Well, luckily for me, my TV froze at just the exact right moment as the penalty was being given, so I got it in very short, sharp little bits. Part of me thinks that it was VAR going, right, there's potential there for a penalty. There's a lot of crap been going on this last few weeks with Rangers and penalty decisions. Let's go to the monitor and give the penalty and shut people up for a bit. Again, to me, it looked like he was bringing his arm back. It looked like it was tucked in. And if that's not a natural position, then I don't know where it was meant to go. But unfortunately, I have to kind of agree with ENT, not in the sense that it was a penalty, but some they give, some they don't. And on tonight's occasion, I think it was easier for them to just go give it as a penalty, and away you go. But I'm beginning to see why refs don't give them, because Jack Butland just saves them anyway.
I mean, when you look at it, Andrew, I don't think any of us were fearing the fact that they got the penalty, because Jack Butland doing exactly what Jack Butland does and saving the penalty. I think he's got a 70% penalty succession rate.
Something like that, yeah.
And I think that Marcus Fraser tried all the tactics to try and get in his head, but Jack Butland, once again, coming out on top. And the first thing he did, instead of celebrating, he's pushing his defenders back into position to defend the corner.
Which is something I've criticised him for, not taking control of his area. And immediately after saving a penalty, he did. I'll give him credit for that. He did. He pushed them off of him and told him, switch on with a corner coming in, and credit to the boy for that. But I liked the way that he stood with the ref. He didn't remonstrate. He didn't cause any upset, but he was obviously in the ref's ear, chatting away to him, I'm guessing here, is that right, ref? Are you sure, ref? You know what keepers do. And that just bought that little bit of time where Fraser was trying to get into his head, and Butland won the psychological battle for me. He won the psychological battle. And what a great save as well. You can't take that away from the boy. What a great save as well. No,
I mean, it was a great save. And Andrew, there's a comment here I want to bring to you. And Ian, feel free to jump in as well. But what do you think of the ref's performance tonight? A ref that I don't think he's ever refed a top flight game. I think he was fast tracked to actually become a referee. This is his first game in charge, and it's a bit of a handful of a game, to be fair, to be in charge of. But what do you make of his performance?
I think he did well very early doors into the back end of the first half, start of the second half. And, I don't want to criticise him, because we're all good at that, aren't we, criticising refs, but we need them to come through. We need quality. We keep saying this in Scotland. We need quality refs to come through. And if you pummel them this early, they're going to go by the wayside. So I thought overall he did fairly well, to be fair to the fella. He did fairly well. Like you guys, I don't know a lot about him. As you said, Alex, he's been fast-tracked. He's obviously shown signs at other levels to be fast-tracked, because no football association fast-tracks a ref unless he's shown quality, in the lower divisions and consistency. So hopefully, he'll get another chance, be it against, with us or with anybody else, but he'll get bigger and bigger games. I don't know how old he is, actually. How old is he?
Couldn't tell you. I actually couldn't tell you how old he is. But Ian, when you actually look at it, I thought in most of the game, I thought the referee actually had a pretty good game. He let quite a lot go. He let advantages carry on as much as they could. I thought that he was actually pretty decent, but there was times where he could have got a card out and kept it in his pocket. But on the whole, I think he had an okay performance. But I have to agree with Andrew. I think if you start giving the referees the jip, they're just going to start going against you. I mean, Motherwell were trying to dive about and he wasn't for having it. I think it was Gogic who tried to dive and he just told him to get back up. And they continued on with the game. And then for a change, Rangers actually started playing the dark arts. But I think that it showed that I thought he had an okay game. And I think he'll continue to ref a few more.
Yeah, I mean, normally your Nick Welsh's, your McDermott's and all the rest of it, the St Mirren players, by the way, not Motherwell. Stop saying Motherwell. You've been doing it all night.
I'm stuck on my honestly. I'm stuck in Motherwell. I've been doing it all night. I say Motherwell.
What he is not telling you, Alex, he's got a big estate in Motherwell and he's never told us. He's got a big estate.
Cannot get away with it, I'm telling you. Cannot get away from the fact
I can't get rid of it. I can't sell it for loving the money. But no, he had a decent game. Like I said, the other lot with the way that St Mirren were trying to just hit the deck on every opportunity, they would have given the Clancy's and all this world would have given the free kicks and broke the play up and all the rest of it. He tried to let the game flow as best he could. Yeah, he made some mistakes, but he's a rookie ref still. I mean, we talked about it, I think, last night after the wrestling show as well. That like, who is this guy? Never seen him. He's not. I don't, as far as I know, he's not reffed a top flight game this season. And he actually booked St Mirren players before he booked Rangers players. That'll never catch on in the refereeing circles. But I mean, it was the 55th minute before he booked anyone. So he's tried to let the game flow as best as he possibly can. And I think you kind of saw that in the game tonight as well, that both teams could play football and they were allowed to, and they weren't just bringing it back for silly little fouls, which is what you want to see. Because at the end of the day, it's a contact sport. So if the new breed coming through are a bit like him, then maybe, just maybe, we might be turning a corner.
I mean, fingers crossed. And I want to bring this one back to yourself, Ian. He's a man that has, for good reason, for past performances, been absolutely slaughtered by our fans. But what a performance tonight from Yusuf Chamiti. Again, never got a goal, but his attitude was brilliant tonight. His work rate, his hold-up play, the assist he got, he actually looked, bar getting the goal, which he's employed to do, Yusuf Chamiti actually looked very good tonight. And actually showed a bit of creativity. There was a few times he tried to get forward. He was turning with the ball, taking on players, and actually looked like he was playing with a bit of confidence tonight.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget as well that the striking role has changed a hell of a lot from my time, from Andrew's time, maybe from your time as well. The McCoists and the whatnot of the generation have disappeared. They're not box strikers anymore. A lot of their work is done outside the box. If he could just do the inside the box stuff as well as he's starting to do the outside of the box, we might have actually found a player. I just don't feel that he's got the composure inside the box to finish chances, but hopefully he'll prove me wrong. But I think tonight was probably his best game in a Rangers shirt, and we're saying that more and more now, that this was his best game, that was his best game. So if that's going to continue, he might be doing it to try and get a move away in the next coming weeks, and if he is, fair play to him, that'll help. But yeah, I thought some of his runs were really intelligent tonight. Wasn't always starting on the shoulder. He occupied defenders. He ran from deep. There was a few times where he actually just bulldozed his way through as well. He brought other people into play. I think tonight Chamiti is in contention for that man of the match position as well, because I think he had a great game, and fair play to him because he has come in for a hell of a lot of stick.
No, definitely. And I think my Discord's going off. It's not here, by the way, because I can just hear it pinging away. So let's close that. But I think, Andrew, there's a few comments. Obviously, everybody's right behind Danny Rowe, as we should, because, as I said, that's 11 games now, 8 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. And Nelly's correct here. Says, we did deserve the win. The last 20 minutes were a bit ropey due to the subs. Lost our way in our shape. For all the criticism he has had, we actually fell apart when John Suter went off. We just lost that solidity at the back. I know Enciala's still learning a wee bit, but he just didn't look like he was as comfortable as John Suter. Now, I know that that's because they get a goal back and start putting the pressure on, but we just didn't look comfortable that last 20 minutes of the game.
I think it has to be said that Soapy had an immense game tonight. You know, I think that's got to be said. I think everybody's seen it. You know, I'm not saying anything that people didn't see. And yeah, the shape did change a bit, but that shows where we are missing that depth. I think Ian said on a pod a few weeks ago, we look at the bench sometimes and we think, you know, where are these changes going to come from and how secure are the changes when we make them? And that was shown tonight. We made the changes and the stability and, you know, the continuity, is that the right word? It wasn't there. You know, it just wasn't there. Okay, they got to go back, so that sets the cat amongst the pigeons a wee bit, you know. With any level of football, you're thinking, Jesus, we've got 15 minutes to go here. At worst, we've got to hold out. At best, we'll sneak another one and we'll make it 3-1. But yeah, look, I mean, I've been a critic of Chamiti's, you all know that, but I've also said, and it's beginning to sound like a mantra from me now, I hope this boy can prove me totally wrong by the end of the season and come in with a hat load of goals. What I see from him is he's dropping into that 10 role, Ian, to try and pick up the ball and make things happen. And it goes with what you said. Is it because he hasn't got the ability in the box, or because he loses the confidence once he gets there? Do you know what I mean? I don't know which one it is yet. I'm not quite decided. But look, he scored against Hearts. It was a great goal. We didn't give him the plaudits he should have got. And tonight, he's put a shift in. You've got to give the boy that. He's put a shift in tonight. You know what I mean? And that's how I see it.
I mean, we've got to talk about a man that a lot of people didn't think was going to be good enough to get a game. He was brought in as almost a backup centre-half, and he has absolutely fought his way into the team, started to get goals, scored tonight, and then instead of celebrating, decided to show that he bleeds for the club. He was bleeding for the mouth, tried to spit the blood away. But again, Emmanuel Fernandez getting the goals from centre-half, it doesn't matter if it's a header. That's a striker's finish, by the way. He's in the dangerous area, taps it through the goalkeeper's legs. I mean, Shamal George will not want to see that one back in because it just goes through his legs. He tries to close them. By the time he closes them, the ball's already behind him. But it's a great finish from Emmanuel Fernandez.
I'll tell you now that no keeper likes that. Not from that close. When it should be something you save as well and it goes through your legs. That's a horrible feeling. But Fernandez, that's the prowess in the box. Maybe Fernandez and Chimiti should get together at training, and Fernandez can show him what to do. But equally, Chimiti in our box was pretty decent as well. So maybe they're learning from each other and each other's craft. But he's there. He's got. I don't think he's really had much time to react to it. So he's just put a foot out and it's hit his foot and it's gone through the legs of Shamal George, a keeper I rate highly, by the way. Shamal George, I think he's had a great season so far. But just sometimes you need the luck, and we've not had a lot of it. Tonight we got some, and as you say, he runs off, points at his lip because he'd taken one in the face before that. Because I think he was the one on the floor that you mentioned during the watch along. Said, "Oh, there's a Rangers player on the floor. Oh no, he's up. He scored. It's 2-0." He's beginning to come onto a game. He still worries me sometimes with his stuff at the back because he is very relaxed. I'm not sure he sits in the same league as Carlos Cuellar somehow, because that's very Cuellar-esque the way he defends sometimes in the drag backs and they're trying to beat a player. I think he's way off that yet, but he gets away with it, but eventually he won't. But I'm not going to slate him. He had a great game again tonight, and he's growing in confidence, and that's what happens when you stop messing about with defence, and if you're having a good time, you stay in there. And if you keep it settled, the defence only gets better from there.
I mean, there's a question here. Who got the Rangers TV man of the match? It was Chimiti that got man of the match. Cammy Bell gave it to Yusuf Chimiti. Got the super chats here. Just want to say the gallant few, £5 super chat, Battle Fever. Thank you very much for your £5 super chat, but I think that Battle Fever is rife between. I'm trying to remain calm here, but to be fair, but I think it is rife for a lot of fans. The fact that where we were sitting only a couple of months ago, to the fact that we are now 6 points behind top of the league. Saturday means so much more that we can get back on level points. So thank you very much for your £5 super chat, and British Cotter as well with a $1.99 super chat. Hope everyone is well tonight. Roll on Saturday as well, buddy. Thank you very much for that super chat. But this puts immense pressure on not only our rivals across the other side of the city, Andrew, but on Danny Rowe. They want to get his team right, and to get the players up for it, because so many times we have a good bit of form. We go into this game and some of our older heads crumble. And it needs to be a game that from the first whistle we are up for. We need to not let the atmosphere get to us and absolutely take the game to them, because we are the team in form right now. If you look at the form table, we are right near the top. So it needs to be a must win. As Stuart says in the comments, we cannot slip up at this opportunity now.
No, we can't. We can't. And if we do, it's not a long road back, but it's going to make it, another hurdle that we don't need put in front of us, to be quite honest. So we need to go to that game with them, and we need to do what we did tonight in the first 20, but we need to do that solidly for the first 35 to 40 minutes and put the pressure intensely on them so that they get to that stage where, I'm not sure if panic is the right word, but unsurety, where they start, not doing what they should do as basics. But the one thing I would say is that Danny Rule, for me, is slowly, in my opinion, he seems to be getting these players to start believe that they're at a club that has got tradition, it's got, expectations, it's got requirements, and you need to be up for that and you need to buy into it. Otherwise, you're not going to be at this club. And I'm beginning to see that now in some of the performances from players that, let's be honest, 8 weeks ago, all of us were criticising. And they've raised the game tonight as well, you know.
We have criticised a lot of these players, and I think it's been fair criticism, Ian, because under Russell Martin, the performances were nowhere good enough. I mean, they were diabolical. We were sitting second bottom. That's how bad they were. But to have turned it around from being second bottom to 3 points away from being second and almost at the top of the table, it shows that the fight and determination is back in there. There's players that for a long time we've said have got the ability that haven't shown it, that are starting to embed themselves. Manuel Fernandes, Steele Wasgard, Mikey Moore, Yusuf Chimiti, they're all starting to actually show. Maybe there is a player in there. Jayden Montgomery was a player a lot of people thought he's not going to be able to last the full season. Well, he's actually shown as he can. Dujon Sterling come back in, Connor Barron. These players are actually starting to fight for the badge because they're believing in the process and Danny Rowe. And I think it's took that belief process to actually go, shit, we actually can play as a unit here rather than just a bunch of individuals.
It's amazing what happens when you start to play players where they feel comfortable playing. Once you put them in their position and let them do what they do and let them do the things that brought them to our attention in the first place, it's amazing the difference you can get out of them. And that, whatever it was we had in at the club before, just brought players in and went, right, I know you do this, but I'm going to make you do this. And I know you play there, but I'm going to put you in the back four. Oh, yeah, I know you're a defender, but can you go play right wing for me? And he just, a con man of a manager, found out, thankfully, very quickly and replaced by someone who knows what they're doing and knows how to deal with players. And if it's broken, he fixes it. And he's fixed it. And he's done that because he's lost one game in the league since he came up. And a lot of that I'll give to Roll, but the confidence you can see in these players because they're being told, just go and do what it is you do. And that's all you need to do. Sometimes it's as simple as that with players. I mean, I know Kenny coaches. I know that Andrew's coached. I do to a particular level. We're only under 10s, but we just, we're out here to have fun. Just go and play football. Go and do what you know you can do. And that's all you need to do with players at this level as well. Do the basics and the rest of it will take care of itself. And that's what they're doing. And you can see it. And it's building week on week on week, just in time for a particularly large game.
I mean, it's not by any stretch of imagination a small game at all, Andrew. But even a couple of weeks ago, this game, although it's an old firm, everybody gets up for it. All the fans do. Some of the players don't, but the fans do. It didn't really mean much in terms of league position. Now it means everything. It means absolutely everything to the point where this is season defining. We win this game, we put pressure on them, pressure on Hearts. Yeah. And ultimately, we can start looking at maybe saying, do you know what? Maybe we can deal with pressure. Maybe we can capitalise on when a team slips up because we've done it tonight. Needs to be consistency, though. That's the one thing we've been lacking for a long time is consistency.
Yeah, well, I think if you look at it, Alex, I think it's coming to the stage now that Rule, as Ian just said, is starting to get that little bit of consistency simply by doing what Ian's just said, telling players, go and do what you do. Go and do why you were brought here. Stop, for want of a better expression, stop fannying around. Go and do what you do. And I don't want any more from you. I want you to do that and pick your wage up at the end of the week. That's what you're here for. You're not here for any other reason than to do the job that we've employed you for. Now, if we go out there against them and do what we did, as I said a minute ago, first 20-30, I'm telling you, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. Because these players are starting to believe in themselves from what I can see. Now, I hope I don't put the kibosh on it by saying that, because that's normally what happens. But Danny Rose seems to have instilled something in that dressing room that was missing so many weeks ago, months ago. I mean, we all know, let's not go back to Martin, but even before Martin, it was missing. Let's be honest. It was missing. The whole culture of the club was starting to... Wally probably put it right. We've lost our traditions and all that. Now, I don't know if Rule's bought into it or whatever, but he seems to be getting the players to realise that this is more than a club. This
Absolutely.
is more than just you being a player and turning up on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday to play a game of football and go home. You've got more commitment than this when you play for this club. And I believe he's doing that. Now, the simple analogy, Ian said, putting players in the right position. Now, you know my music stuff. I'm big into my music and all that. You wouldn't put John Entwistle on lead guitar for The Who and put Pete Townsend on bass, would you?
Don't know.
No, you
Don't
wouldn't.
know.
I will go with you. No, you wouldn't.
Don't know.
You know what I mean?
Don't know.
You don't know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. But you just wouldn't do it because it's out of position and it wouldn't work. End of. And you wouldn't expect Keith Moon to be the lead singer. And that's all Danny Rule's done. He's taken these players. He's obviously, however he does it, you know, we don't know how he operates behind the scenes, but however he's done it, he's made them realise that, you know, this is why you're here. This is what we do. And you have to believe that that's what we're doing it. And we're doing it for the right reasons. And if you can't buy into it, bye-bye. And I believe that's what he's starting to do. And it's going to be fantastically interesting to see if he gets the right business in January. As I said earlier in the chat, Alex, what could happen if he gets it bang on right? Even with just 3 or 4 players, if he gets it bang on right.
No, 100%, mate. And there's a nice wee 199 super chat here from our very own Willie. Willie, thank you very much, my friend. 2 major results, but it means nothing if he capitulate. He is fully right there, though, Ian. If we capitulate now, all the work we've been doing so far means absolutely nothing. We just lose even more ground. But this, I think that right now these players don't look like they're even capable of capitulating. That's happening on the other side of the city. Well, it's currently happening in Motherwell, but we need to make sure that it doesn't happen next week for us.
I said it during this game, though, when it went at the 2-1, I said, right, we've got to get a grip of this and see it out at the very least, because if they lose over the road and we draw here, it means nothing. Absolutely nothing. And again, if we win these last couple of games, Hearts now looking like a massive missed opportunity. If we go over there next week or the weekend, and we don't get a result, again, it's all for nothing. You're only as good as your next result, and that's the way we've got to keep looking at it. And I think at the moment, this is the chance, because someone else has put a comment in saying apart from the smaller games, he's not won in Europe. He's lost to Hearts and he lost a League Cup semi-final as well. So when it's come to the big games, he hasn't won yet. So nearly getting it bang on there. So this is a massive game, not just for the team on Saturday, but it's a massive game for Danny Role as well, because he's got to prove that he can do it in the big ones as well. Not going to take anything away from him. He's done well. And he's got us into a position where we can actually start to believe a little. But as always with Rangers, you're only as good as your next result. So we move on to Sunday, Saturday. Sorry, I'm so used to being on Sundays. But right now, he's going to take the plaudits for getting this team, dragging it by the scruff of the neck, and getting them back into position to actually even look like they can challenge for something.
Fully agree, mate. And Andrew, I think we need to have a conversation about Nico Raskin, because he's had a lot of negative talk about him. I thought he played very, very well today against St Mirren. He broke up a lot of opportunities in the middle of the park. He didn't look like he was trying to get forward as much, but I actually thought this was a very good game for Nico Raskin. He took over a fair amount about the Conor Barron role and just decided that his role was to break up play a lot. You've seen him try to dip into the back line. So I think it was a very good game today for Nico Raskin.
Yeah, 100%. He did what Conor Barron would do, to be honest. He disrupted the play, broke it up, and he was quite prepared to feed it to someone else and hold his ground, which was good to see. He didn't go bombing forward, leaving that gap in the middle that he's been guilty of doing. We've all criticised him, me as much as anybody else, about his Belgian performances and his Rangers performances. Tonight, that was a different game for him. I thought he played really well tonight. I thought he stood up. Is that the right way to put it? He actually stood up, and he didn't go missing. I think that's the fairest way to put it for him. He didn't go missing tonight. He wasn't absent in the trenches. He was there and he did his job. And, credit to him for that, because he's had a lot of criticism, as you said, mate. And let's hope that's a continuation now going forward. I
mean, that comment there from Ian T, I think it's I think it's a very true comment, Ian. I don't think you can play Raskin and Barron in the same team because we're trying to play them both in the 6. And I don't think you can play them. Raskin obviously looks like he's more comfortable there, but going based on form, I think Connor Barron is being blown him out of the park playing in that position. So it's going to be an interesting conversation for Danny Rowe for Saturday. I almost said Sunday there. It was in my head for Sunday, but for Saturday, who does he start? Does he start Barron? Does he start Raskin? I think he will start both, but who's ultimately going to play in that number 6 role?
I think what you could do is you have Raskin in that number 6 role. You put Barron in the shadow of McGregor at Parkhead, and wherever he goes, you go. Just block that ball off because they tried to play through him. So if you block him off, you've got more of a chance. It's not just all about McGregor, but that's their focal point and their go-to, isn't it? So you can play both. You can't bring me comments like much like you can't have Dio, Barron, and Raskin. You can't bring me comments where I'm going to agree with Ian T. It just doesn't sit right with me, or him for that matter. But I think you will find both will start. I think you might find it'll be Raskin, Barron, and Dio for Saturday. So
I wouldn't disagree with that.
But they do tend to turn up for those games, which does help. So that's what you'll see on Saturday. It's just I think if Raskin's preferred position is to play in the 6, then play him in the 6. We've said it earlier on. Play them in the positions they want to play in. I think Connor Barron would play in goal if you let him, just to get on the pitch. So Connor Barron will play anywhere. But if Raskin
Connor Barron would happy to be a corner flag, Ian, as long as he's in the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the boys' commitment.
Andrew, do you think we start Yusuf Chamiti on Saturday?
I think if he's fit and he's not carrying anything, yeah. I think you've got to, simply because the boy is starting to show that he's building a bit of confidence. But as you said yourself, Alex, is this him trying to put himself in the window to get away? I don't know. Or is it that Danny Rule said, look, you have got more to offer. Start showing it. Whatever they're doing with him behind the scenes, the last few games, he's done better. And I would defy anybody to say different. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he's a finished article by a long way, but he's done better in the last couple of games. So, and again, though, Majowski, what do you do?
He's a good option off the bench. If Chamiti's playing and firing and doing what he's doing, he'll ragdoll. What's his face at Parkhead? Not Scales, the other one. Trusty. And Trusty will struggle with him because he'll just run him all over the place. And then you got Majowski to come off the bench, who's that more direct, running into the box type of player. So it's not a bad option to have, really.
No, it's not. But I think the only thing is, Ian, that Chamiti's got that thing, as I said a minute ago. He drops into that 10 position, doesn't he, a lot? And then turns to come back facing the goal, where I would like to see the Raskins or whoever saying to him, push up there, stay there. We'll get the ball to you. And I don't know if that's the way to go. But the other thing as well is, do you think Danny Rule's getting more satisfaction out of seeing the guys producing these performances and he's starting to feel a bit more comfortable and in control about what he's telling them in the changing room?
100%. I don't think you see Danny Rule go up as much on the touchline anymore. He seems to be a lot more calm. So I think you can actually see that they're starting to execute the plan that he wants to do. Yes, I think he'll say it himself that he wants a lot more direct football. He wants to cut out this side to sides and backwards passing. He wants to be more clinical when going forward. But I think he would be a lot happier with what he's seeing because... How does
multiple man know I'm signing for Rangers?
Because you've already got the contract. I've leaked it already on Discord, mate. That's it. Already. But there was a multiple man's coming out an interesting question here, Ian, and it's one that I want to get your opinion on. So he asked, would you play Suter and Sterling and drop Fernandes for Saturday? I would drop Tav and move Sterling out to right back and play Suter and Fernandes and Magoma as your back line. I think Tav has shown, even in today's game, that he has got a bit of a panic in him still. That goal doesn't happen if Tav's not filling about on the side. And for me, I think it has to be Sterling, Suter, Fernandes and Magoma. That's your back line. That's probably right now our strongest back line. and that's probably the reason why Dujon Sterling got dropped.
And again, we've said that Fernandes is beginning to show that he actually has a player in him. And why would you take a player out who's beginning to show confidence and all the rest of it? So yeah, Tav would be the man out for me. I would put Sterling over there. Again, why would you rest Sterling today if you're not going to play him on Saturday? Again, Tav is part of the reason why St Mirren scored today. I know Butland's ball to him, they were macking about at the back. Tav falls over looking for a free kick, it's not given him. From that, St Mirren get the goal back. And Maeda is now back out playing on Tav's side. And even an informed Tav a couple of seasons ago was struggling against Maeda. So I don't think that Sterling struggles as much. I think he keeps pace with him as well. So that makes sense to me. I like that sound of that back four. That's what I'd go with as well.
Wee question here, Andrew. Do we have any players that we might sign that could start for Saturday? I think it would be a bit of a quick turnaround if we're bringing anybody in the door that's going to be match fit and ready to play on Saturday. I think right now we've got a good group of players that you'd probably be disrupting a bit of the team form to just put anybody in. I think there could be a few players that if we bring them in, they're impact subs, but right now, even you've seen it yourself with the subs we made, it disrupted the team quite quickly. But I think we've got a good group of solid starters. The issue is that we don't have the backup subs.
That's right, yeah. I mean, if you think back to Majowski coming in, he was slung straight in the side. And what was it, 6 or 7 games, Ian? He just didn't hit the floor, did he? He didn't get there. He hadn't played in Spain, so give the boy some credit. He hadn't been getting a lot of games. And you can't do that, not for a game like that. I don't think there's unless you're signing, Ronaldo at his height, you can't put a player into a game like that on Saturday. You just can't do it. In my humble opinion, for what that's worth. And disrupt
I've seen players come into the Old Firm game having signed a day, 2 days before and hit the ground running and smash them in. Torre Andre Flo, for one. Landed, went in, scored, but an audacious little flick at the back post. Nigel Spackman, not long in the door, scores against Celtic on his debut. It seems to be a thing. So if they do, and they do start, I'm putting my money on them to score. That's what I'm going to do.
That's not a bad shout, actually. Well, when you get the odds, Ian, let me know what they are. I might have the odd fiver kicking about somewhere.
But yeah, I mean, but there might be players. I mean, there's lots of links going around. There's lots of rumours going around on X at the minute. You've got, was it Dahl from Tromso? Penrice is one that's been
conversations with Stig. Dahl's had conversations with Stig about joining us.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Penrice, I'd like the idea of getting Penrice in if there's any negotiation we can do to get him in. Obviously, that would mean a lone player does need to leave. So I would have no problems getting rid of Aarons and bringing Penrice in as a straight replacement. So we've got cover on the left back side of things.
Yeah, but then does that come down to financing because of what we might have to pay to release them from the loan and send them back?
I think it's not working. So what do? Do you keep a player and keep paying him, or just take the hit?
True, yeah.
And then there's the McCrory one. Now, if McCrory's available and can come straight away, then he could go straight in because he knows what it's all about. He's seen, he's done. But we'll see. Did you like the way Troy Parrott, Paul McCorrickle? If we can get Troy Parrott in any way, shape, or form, I would do it tomorrow.
The money to get Troy Parrott in though would be mental because
you're going to need 25 million easy.
Alan, you might need even to come to you for a loan to get him signed, mate. With all the money you've got.
Ian T, we keep him alone. Right, lads. I have managed to, thanks to our very own Hamish, let me know, because I've been clicking Twitter for the past 10 minutes and it's no there. But we have got the comments from Danny Rule after the game. So what we'll do is let's hear from Danny Rule.
With that.
Yeah, I must say a tough one, not an easy one. I think 75 minutes you controlled really well the game. Good ball possession, aggressive against the ball, fully deserved the 2-0. We had the chance for the 3-0. And then it's football. Then it's one moment. They make the 2-1. And then you know what happens. Then it's one team has nothing to lose. You have to protect the 2-1. yeah, and then at the end, it's a tight game. You never know what happens, but I must say, yeah, big respect for my team. They put a lot of effort again, and this is the way what we need. Yeah, every time it's about again and again. Be consequent. I think that was also the message in the halftime. We cannot do one more step less. If we do this, then it will be difficult in the second half. And my team did well. Big thank you for the support today. I think it was a pleasure to see. Great atmosphere. I liked really how our fans celebrate today. Yusuf, they recognized the good performance. I think that was a huge step for all of us. And yeah, now the year's over. We say goodbye with 3 points, and we have hopefully a great start in the new year.
Yeah, 2 really good goals, 2 really good deliveries, and finishes the match as well.
Yeah, it's also the outcome from Scott. He made a fantastic job. He will be a little bit angry about the conceded goal because it was after set play. But we know this league, it's about score after ball possession, score after transition moments, and score after set play. And we want to improve. We improve at the moment. We're growing as a group. I see players, they stepped up more and more. And if we can continue this in the new year, then we make the next good steps.
Once again, we're speaking about Jack Butland, who came up big once again with the penalty save.
Yeah, outstanding. I think there was one moment in the first half, then a great save. I think it's now 7 or 8 from the last 8 pens or 9 pens. I'm not really sure exactly like this, but this is great. Again, a good performance from him. And I'm just really proud of my team. I think they get all the credits at the moment, what they are doing. The belief is there in the changing room, but we are very ambitious, hungry for more. And this is what we have to continue.
You mentioned Yusuf there. I mean, what pleased you most about his performance tonight?
Yeah, he worked hard for the group. He gives us always a lift. He is the target player in front. He pressed well. He created a lot of good opportunities. And I totally believe if you continue like this work, he will score more and more goals for us. But the first step was, again, today, that he made a good game. And if people and our fans recognize this and see that he can really help us, then he lifts him. He creates more confidence and the belief. And this is hopefully just the beginning from a good process.
Yeah, and on to 2026 now. How excited are you for what lies ahead?
Yeah, a lot of games ahead. We are on a long journey. We know what we have to do. The January, it's also work to do, what we can improve. I think our goal was to close gaps. Since I'm here, we made good steps forwards, but we are still not at the end on our goal. We know this. Let's keep positive, continue our good work, have a good togetherness with our supporters like today in the stadium, and then maybe we can write good stories for the future.
You've got to love Danny Rule, don't you? I mean, his comments are just spot on. You can see he's loving it right now. He's also loving the fact that Yusuf Chamiti is just doing enough for him. He's coming on in his game. He's looking a lot better.
I've just seen someone in the comments that's made me roll.
Andrew's already away. I think, though, Andrew, that he's obviously got a lot of praise for Yusuf Chamiti, and I think he's kind of put the arm around his shoulder because he's had such a hard time, and rightly so. You're not getting goals. You're not doing what you're employed to do, but his game is coming on leaps and bounds, and Danny Rule seems to be very invested in Yusuf Chamiti.
I mean, he's obviously, I think I said a number of weeks back that maybe that's what the boy needed was, the arm. He's a different kind of player, possibly. He needed the arm round the shoulder rather than a bollocking. Do you know what I mean, Alex? Just, you have got abilities. Don't worry. It'll come. We'll help you, that kind of thing. But do you know what I liked about that interview? He never once said the team. He said my team.
Mm-hmm.
He continually said my team. Now, if he's saying that as a manager in an interview with nobody else around him, that's what he's telling the players. And that goes a long way in any dressing room, let me tell you.
Exactly. I think he's saying, Ian, that it's his team, it's his players, it's his support. He's fully embraced the culture of this club. You know, he wants the players to do it, and I think he's kind of getting the opinion now. If you don't want to be doing it, you don't need to be here. You can go. January's coming up. If you want to leave, there's the door. But he's trying to get players like Asgard, like Chimiti, who really nobody wanted to be here. The performances weren't good enough. He's trying to say, well, actually, I know there's a player in there. Give them time so that they can flourish, and we will see them come good. It's going to take time, but I think the price tag on both players probably does have an impact, as it always will. But he's just saying, ignore the price tag and trust the process. You're on mute, by the way. There's the yellow card.
that one was me. That one was me because I did it because I coughed. Yeah, I mean, it's. You knew I was on mute before I spoke as well. You were just waiting. He must have
been late and keeping me waiting to get back on the watch along, right? That's what that was.
Says the man that couldn't get the link right, Ian, and Ian Thompson had to help him. You know,
I sent you that. I sent you the link, by the way, not Thompson. I sent you the link.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Oh, there you go. Now you're getting the wrong. Oh, boo! Right, this isn't even for you.
Put your yellow card away. He can put his yellow card away because of his comment when you mentioned Troy Parrott earlier on, saying in Northern Ireland, a Republic of Ireland player. Couldn't care less if he was. Don't care who he supports. As long as he puts the goals in for me, I don't care. That's enough about Troy Parrott, a player we won't sign. But to go back to Danny Roll and his comments, it goes back to what we were saying earlier on. You get players to do what it is that they're good at. You get the best back from them. And that's what he's done. And he has put that arm round players, and Chimiti's one of them. His work rate's increased because before the last few games, you're looking at Chimiti and going, he's just wandering about. He's just wandering around. Not doing that anymore. Asgard, it's not doing a lot. It's not doing that anymore. Danilo, it's still much the same. But time will get there. But he's a manager and he knows what he's doing. He's a player's manager. He's not a manager out for himself. He's not a full philosophy manager. He's not my way or the highway. It is a test. You don't need to get your coat, mate. I've already thrown it out, and you'll be the next one through the window. But it's.
I've got you there.
He can. He's not going to be. It's my way or the highway. Get out. We'll be like, right. How can we make you fit into this process? Let's do this. But again, I think if players have said to him that I don't feel comfortable in this position, they say, right, fine, we'll find you a club in the window. And it'd be as simple as that. And he's got his traffic light system, apparently. So we'll see what happens in January, and I can't wait.
No, I mean, I don't think any of us can wait at all. But I think we are going to leave it there for tonight, gents. It's been an absolute shift tonight. I thank you both for joining me, Ian, for the halftime.
Cracking shift, Alex. Well done, son.
Oh, it's been a good shift. I've enjoyed it. Well, I'll answer that question from Paul before we go. Do you think we need a creative midfielder to be beside Raskin or Barron to dictate the midfield? Yes, I think we do. But I think given time, Thilo Asgard might be the man for that. We just need to figure out where he can go. But I do think that can happen. But anyway, we're going to leave it there, folks. There's plenty of content to come up as the days go on and as we build up for Saturday, which is going to be monumental.
It's massive. It's massive.
Joy Martin tomorrow, as he does the Live at 5 and his show with Edgar as well. And then you've got your High Tower Wednesday for tomorrow night as well. So, folks, if you do want to join up and become a member of the Rangers Rabble, you can do by clicking the join button down below for as little as $1.99 a month. And as Martin always says, if you want to come back and click that hype button, then why not do that as well? Like, share and subscribe. And thanks very much. Andrew, Ian, lads, thank you very much for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure. And folks, we'll see you all again very, very soon.